Kroger is proud to partner with Dr. Pepper to bring you tonight's Friday Night Rivals matchup between Giles County and Shelbyville. Enjoy the game.
It is a beautiful night for high school football. Good evening, everyone. Brent Doherty with you live from Shelbyville, Tennessee. Eagles Stadium, Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals. We've got a good one tonight. Shelbyville Central hosting Giles County tonight, and we're looking forward to a great matchup. Murphy Fair will be the analyst on tonight's broadcast. He will join me in the booth momentarily. It is time for the Beeman Automotive Keys to the Game. For Shelbyville, they need to get on the board. They need to get on the board early and often. They actually have more points in the second half than they do in the first half this year. Need to get on the scoreboard early, take the game to Giles County, and no freebies, no turnovers. They have more turnovers than their opponent. Need to play a clean game. Giles County, got to get that aerial attack going. That all starts with the quarterback, Trevor Holder. He has all the throws in his pocket, and he is a very, very good quarterback. And, of course, they need to get the ball to Cameron Ordway. Committed to Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago, has offers from everyone around the country. Tonight's coaches for Shelbyville, we've got Jason Hardy, 9th year, 5 playoff appearances, 0-10 in that first year, but 8 wins last year. He's got this program going in the right direction. You see him there at Giles County. Walt Smith in year number 2. We've seen him once already this year. 12-3 last year, state title appearance. Giles County, very good football team. The Academy Sports and Outdoors, players with the right stuff. For Shelbyville, we've got a couple for you tonight. Quarterback Mason Cunningham leads the team in total yardage. He can throw, he can run, great playmaker. And linebacker on defense, Michael Imes, the man in the middle linebacker, leads the team in tackles. He can go sideline to sideline. He'll be there all night. For Giles County, I mentioned him, Cameron Ordway, a wide receiver, a running back, a defensive back. He's a great special teams player as well. The Ole Miss commit can do it all. Let's bring in the third member of the broadcast team, Jay Gilmore. Jay, perfect night for football, and you've spent some time with both coaches tonight.
Beautiful evening. Talked to both coaches. Wanted to know what was keeping them up at night this week. And when you talk to Shelbyville Central, 3 things they must accomplish. These guys want to control the tempo. They want to win special teams. They want to stop the big play. On the other end for Giles County, they want to finish. Despite scoring 38 points last week, they had 4 possessions inside the 30 where they did not score a single point. Walt Smith and his group, they want to finish tonight.
Yeah, Giles County was 600 total yards last week. Can't wait to see Cameron Ordway again this week, and he's got offers from everywhere. Alabama, Florida State, Ohio State, Penn State, Tennessee, Vandy. He's going to Ole Miss, so can't wait to see him. The Marines coin toss is next, followed by kickoff. Stay tuned. Great matchup tonight. Shelbyville hosting Giles County on MyTV 30. Shelbyville hosting Giles County. Mike Hollowell, the referee, down on the field with the coin toss.
Guys, I don't know. Obviously, you can tell by the jerseys, number 90 and number 50. A couple of players that are no longer with the Giles County football program. One of those being Tyson Marks. Tyson wore number 90, and he was killed in a truck accident this past May. He, too, was one of my preseason All-State players as a junior, an outstanding football player, and sadly missed in so many ways. A great leader on this team. And then a young man who would have been a senior this year, Trent Holt, wore number 50. 4 years ago, he was killed in a gun accident, and both of those young men were part of this Giles County football program at an early age, all the way through middle school and into high school, and both sorely missed. And if you'll notice throughout the evening, you'll see numbers 50 and 90 on the helmets of all Giles County football players. But those 2 jerseys, 50 and 90, are marched out to midfield at every game for Giles County this year in their honor.
Brent Doherty, Murphy Fair with you. Jay Gilmore on the sidelines, and Shelbyville wins the toss. Giles County will receive as Shelbyville comes racing onto the field, and Murphy, Giles County at 3-2, Shelbyville at 2-2. This is a key game for both schools.
It really is. It's going to be a turning point for both, as you say, because for the most part, the rest of the schedule is full of district ball games, and both of them need a win as they get ready to march through the district part of the schedule. Shelbyville still has to play Franklin, Lincoln County, Columbia Central, Coffee County, and Lawrence County. All, I think, of those are district ball games. Giles County still has Page, Ensworth, Spring Hill, and Marshall County. They've got two really, really tough ball games with Ensworth and Marshall County ahead of them, and they need to get a win to get some momentum as they get ready for the rest of their district schedule. Brett.
Shelbyville lost to Franklin last week 30-20. Again, they're 2-2. Giles County beat Cascade 38-24 to get to 3-2, and it was kind of an offensive explosion for Giles County last week. 600 total yards. Wide receiver Lucas Harrison, 10 receptions, 295 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We'll be watching for number 10. And quarterback Trevor Holder, 19 of 33 on the night, 422 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also, Murphy, had 121 yards on the ground. That's 543 total yards.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, already over 1,000 yards as we approach the midpoint of the season. This is not a district game, but as we've emphasized, it carries a lot of momentum into the rest of the 2014 schedule for both teams.
Back deep, Lucas Harrison right there, number 10, 6'3", 205-pound senior. Cameron Ordway back deep as well. The Ole Miss commit, again, offers from everyone. Tennessee, Vandy, Florida State, Alabama, among others. Here is the kick, and they go short here. Lucas Harrison trying to come up. Ball is bobbled. Picks it up at the 15, looking for a seam. Wants to reverse his field, runs into someone, and then taken down at the 17-yard line. Great kick there, Murphy. Good start for the Shelbyville defense.
Ran into his own player, number 12, Trent Burns, a sophomore, and almost lost the football before they ever picked it up. That could have been a long onside kick, but they did well just to get their hands on the football, Brett.
Trevor Holder will be your quarterback for Giles County, 6'2", 215-pound senior, number 17, 231 yards per game through the air, completes 58% of his passes, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and again, the ability to run the football as well, 69 yards per game on the ground, a couple of touchdowns. Shotgun formation. Here comes the jet sweep, 20, 25, pushing his way out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a first down on play number 1 as Cameron Ordway gets in the act early.
Well, you want to get the speedster's hands on the football as much as you can, and he certainly made that play.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, Giles County, offensive starting lineup. Trevor Holder, we talked about, at quarterback. Jordan Tucker at running back. Ordway and Alsep at wide receiver as Harrison Reynolds complete the backfield. Roberts, Beats, Majors, Turner, and Clem the center. First down and 10, Giles County. Ordway coming in motion. Here's a quick throw to Lucas Harrison. Too hot to handle, and lucky it wasn't intercepted by number 9, Marcus Bryson.
Got a bit of a trivia. Oh, go right ahead there, Brett.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, Shelbyville defensive starters. In the secondary, Davidson and Bryson, your safeties. McLean, Bailey, your corners. Smith, Davis, and there's that guy. Michael Imes leads the team at tackles at the middle linebacker. Zahorian, Kelso, Lentz, and Howland up front. The lefty across the middle has his man, and it's dropped. Ordway, it looked like Murphy started to look where he was going to run.
Well, he had three defenders all around him also, and he may have heard footsteps because he was pretty well completely surrounded.
Holder with a great throw in traffic and dropped, setting up a third down and 10. And this is exactly what Shelbyville wants. They want third down and long situations, want more predictable offensive sets.
Two pretty good programs here. If you look at the number of players on both sides of the field, 60, 70 players dressed for each team.
Holder looking across the middle, intercepted. He's got some room. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. And he will score. That's number 25. Trayvon Smith, 38-yard interception return for a touchdown. Shelbyville on the board.
Doesn't get much better than that if you're the home team. Third and long. They knew it was going to be a passing situation, and plenty of defenders in the secondary there for the home-standing Golden Eagles.
Can't throw late across the middle. Great play, great start for the Shelbyville defense.
Thompson the kick, Cunningham to hold.
6-0 early. Micah Thompson will attempt the extra point. Some confusion there as the quarterback, Mason Cunningham, will hold, getting the correct players on the field. Sideline wasn't anticipating that score. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Shelbyville, and you'll see Holder here try to work the ball across the middle, looking at one guy, and fails to see the underneath coverage. Beautiful play.
Trayvon Smith just stepped right in front of the defender and had a pretty easy run to the end zone there.
Giles County with all these playmakers, but they're down 7-0. Friday Night Rivals would like to give a shout out to our radio partner, WKDF Nash FM 1033 Country for Life, a proud supporter of Friday Night Rivals.
Those letters have been on top of that building in downtown Nashville for as long as I can remember.
Forever.
That's a long time.
So there you go. Shelbyville elects to defer. They go on defense first, and they score first. That's a huge momentum swing there for the Golden Eagles.
Doesn't get much better than that. I noticed in your pregame information here, Brett, you had references to Giles County's 2009 state championship. You know who their quarterback was at that time?
I do. One Bo Wallace.
Absolutely. He was on the cover of my magazine that year. Didn't get a lot of major offers.
No, he didn't.
And I was really quite shocked because in that championship game, it was obvious stardom was in his future.
Harrison and Ordway back deep. Both those kids have the ability to take it back. This kickoff a little bit further. Harrison drifting back to his 2-yard line. Looking for the wedge. Great coverage by Shelbyville. Harrison stopped at the 19.
Awfully early in the ball game, only a minute and 3 seconds gone, Brett, but it sure looks like Shelbyville Central came to play. They were the preseason pick in District 8 AAA, and they're a 3-2 start, a little bit slower than what some might have expected. But last week, a great performance against a very good Franklin team, and they're looking very good here in the early going tonight.
Yeah, they'll play a 4-3 defense. They like to get active. And again, the guy in the middle, 32, Michael Imes. Watch him, 50 tackles on the season. Give goes the running back up the middle. Number 32 in on that one, among others. Short gain. Great player, though. 5'11", 185-pound senior. Preseason All-State, according to one Murphy Fair.
Actually, my preseason teams are as a result of coaches' votes.
Awesome.
I polled the coaches across the state. I don't want that monkey on my back. And quite simply put, the kids who get the most votes are the ones that wind up on the line.
Trevor Holder at quarterback. That interception moments ago, just his 3rd of the season. Give goes the running back up the middle. Not much there. That's Jordan Tucker. And he'll be stacked up at the 24-yard line. And Shelbyville getting active up front. Defensive line causing some havoc. You see the linebackers coming in. Murphy, that's our guy Imes.
I was going to say they close in a hurry and really have a good eye for the football.
3rd down and long again. 3rd down and 6. Receiver set 2 to either side. Holder with Tucker behind him looking. Fakes. Looking for time. Under duress. And will be spun down right about the line of scrimmage.
He's really having a hard time in that offensive backfield. He actually dodged a couple of would-be tacklers. But the third time's a charm, so to speak, and he just couldn't get away. Look at all those blue shirts in the backfield there.
Yeah, Imes kept him in the pocket, and then number 50, Trey Kelso, cleans it up. And you got to credit the secondary, too. He didn't have anywhere to go with the football.
Right.
Here's the kick, low, bouncing, will not be returned into Shelbyville territory. And the Golden Eagles will have great field position. 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Shelbyville will have the ball, trying to add to their 7-0 lead when we come back on My TV 30. 7-0 lead, and the fans are having a great time out here tonight, and it certainly is a home field advantage. There's a lot of blue, and Murphy, they've got thunder sticks out there.
When those things get cranked up, it's hard for anybody to hear. I see those at a lot of ball games. Wish I'd come up with that idea.
I know, right? There's the Golden Eagle. He's dancing. Or she. I don't know. Maybe. 7-0 Shelbyville, a defensive score. Gets things started tonight. An interception return for a touchdown. Beautiful night for football here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Giles County's had the ball twice. And Shelbyville has had the ball 0 times. This is the first time. Give goes to running back, looking for some room. Nice tackle. And that's Lucas Harrison on the tackle.
Great defensive job there. I know it's just one play.
Academy Sports and Outdoors starting lineup for your Shelbyville offense. Mason Cunningham, the quarterback. Muse, the running back. Eddings will get the ball a lot, too, at running back. Davidson, Davis, Bryson. Up front, Burns, Patterson, Bailey, Tribe, and Kelso.
Trevor Tribe. Don't you love that name?
I love it. Sente Muse. That's another good one. 2nd down and 9. Quarterback will keep it and has some room into Giles County territory, running free toward the end zone. That's Mason Cunningham. And Shelbyville is on the board again. 58-yard touchdown.
He was never touched, ran a great move, great fake. As the fake handoff actually took about 3 or 4 Giles County players to the wrong side of the field, and consequently Cunningham had a wide open field to run 58 yards for the second score.
Yeah, faked it to Eddings and then took off himself. Cunningham leads the team in total yardage coming in. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. Mason Cunningham getting Shelbyville back on the board. Great fake there, and then Murphy just clear sailing through the middle of the field.
Yeah, like I said, it was as though he was out there on the field all by himself. Not a single Giles County player even had an opportunity to put a hand on it.
It's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. 6'2", 180-pound junior. You see him on the sideline, and Shelbyville with an electric start here tonight, Murphy. Up 14-0. We're not even halfway through the first quarter.
Well, Giles County's going to have to get its act together pretty quick here. This one has the appearance, anyway, of looking as though it might get ugly early.
There's your scoring drive. 2 plays, 55 yards, just 44 seconds off the clock. So an interception for a touchdown. A long run for a touchdown. And Shelbyville grabs the early 2-touchdown lead here at home.
Harrison and Ordway are deep once again for Giles.
Lucas Harrison back deep again. Ordway on the other side. There's number 10. Shelbyville doing a great job on kick coverage so far. Giles County, poor field position. Both times they had the football. Noah Mason will kick off for Shelbyville. Ball teed up right in the middle of the field. He's going right at Harrison again, but Ordway will come over and he will drift into the end zone. He's not happy. He wanted to bring it out, but you can't. Touchback.
Beautiful evening here in Shelbyville. Trying to say that right. That's one of those, you say Shelbyville, they know you're not from around here.
Shelbyville.
That's right.
I know. I was born in Tullahoma, just up the road.
2-syllable word. 1 if you're in a hurry.
Thank you to Dr. Pepper, McDonald's, as always, for feeding the crew. Dr. Pepper, always one of a kind. McDonald's, now through September 29th. McDonald's locations offering free small cups of premium roast McCafe drip coffee. Got great coffee over there.
I like the apple turnovers myself.
There you go. 3 receivers to the left. Holder across the middle. 2 receivers next to each other. He's got a man. That's Jacob Davidson. Into Shelbyville territory all the way down to the 26-yard line. Murphy, I don't think that play went the way that it was supposed to, but it worked out.
Well, we've always heard about threading the needle, and that's exactly what the quarterback Holder did. A couple of defenders right there with the receiver, and he put it right on the money.
Check that. That's Nate Alsop, a 5'8", 145-pound senior. Run into daylight. First down and 10. Bobcats. Give goes the running back up the middle, and he's going to go into the end zone. That's Jordan Tucker. Giles County on the board. Touchdown.
26 yards, and he went untouched for the score. And all of a sudden, the Bobcats back in the ball game. They've got some weapons over there. They just needed a little dose of confidence, and that's exactly what they got on that play.
Source somewhat close to me told me before the game that we might see a lot of points tonight.
Over and under might be higher than we thought.
Extra point attempt coming up. Important score there for Giles County. They needed to answer quickly, and they did it. Griffin Birdsong will attempt. He's 12 for 12 on the year. The kick is up, and the kick by Birdsong is good. So 7:50 left in the first quarter. Shelbyville leads 14-7. That was a big drive for the Bobcats, no doubt about it. And they get on the board quickly, but they needed to answer those 2 touchdowns. They needed to get on the scoreboard and cut that score in half. 2 plays, 80 yards on the drive, 24 seconds.
Yeah, a great job by
as the McDonald's replay comes to your screen. Great hole there up the middle. Jordan Tucker untouched. Jay Gilmore is on the sideline. Jay, what do you got?
Hey, Brent, that possession couldn't have went worse for the Eagles. Head coach Jason Hardy told me before the game he wanted to control the tempo. He wants his guys to control the tempo. That's going to help them win the game. 2 possessions right there, or 2 plays rather on that possession. Not an example of doing it. Brent?
The good news for you, the viewer, we're going to have a fun game. We're going to have a high-scoring game.
High-scoring game and hopefully a close game, something that has been lacking the last couple of weeks or so.
It's eluded us, yes.
I did get to see a little bit of that Marshall County Columbia Central game.
Marshall County
was
good
incredible.
Team now. Yeah. Talk about a high-powered offense and a young head coach.
McLean and Edens deep for Shelbyville.
Several Shelbyville Central players inching forward. Now they're backing up again. I think they anticipated maybe an onside kick.
Shelbyville has only scored 20 first-quarter points, and there is the onside kick, and it's beautifully placed, and it's recovered by Cameron Ordway. Told you that kid could do it all.
Maybe that's why they call me the guru. I saw it coming.
Saw it coming.
That was very well executed, though.
1st and 10 Bobcats. I love it.
That's one way to get yourself back in the ball game quick.
This is a fun one. You see Griffin Birdsong with a beautifully placed onside kick there. And it's funny, you called it. Shelbyville thought something might be up, and they inched forward, and then they went back.
Ordway right there to roll on it. He was 3 or 4 yards ahead of any Shelbyville Central player.
5 receivers. Holder looking down the field, down the middle of the field, throws it high and behind his intended receiver. That's Alsop again. Incomplete.
I think that's probably Alsop. There's several Alsops around the state that I know. David Alsop in particular, who coached at Murfreesboro, Oakland for so many years, and I think was actually an early coach at Blackman in the early days of that high school. But the ball just a little high and a little hot.
You already had one big play earlier. 2nd down and 10. Give goes the running back, has some room. That's Tucker again up the right sideline, stays in bounds, stays on his feet. Now they'll say he steps out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 1st down, Giles County. A lot of room.
22 yards on the carry. And already evidenced, Brent, we've got a lot of speed on both sides of the line of scrimmage in this one.
Yes, sir. And Tucker just bounces out to the right side, went outside with it, saw a lot of room. Picked up the 1st down, tried to stay in bounds.
Might have had a touchdown if he'd been playing in the Canadian Football League.
A little wider field. That's the quarterback. He's going to keep it, and he's going to take some pounding there as he gets down to the 20-yard line. That's Trevor Holder.
Holder, a good-sized young man, 6'2", 215, a little bigger than most high school quarterbacks you're going to see here in the state of Tennessee. So he can take a little bit of a pounding and dish out some punishment at the same time.
Purity Dairies is the proud sponsor of our True Move of the game as we look for tonight's player with the best move. We'll announce that player later during Friday Night Rivals, thanks to Purity.
That kept telling Kevin Ingram last year it should be the cool move of the game.
I tried to throw that in there a little bit, extend that out. Not as talented as Kevin. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Giles County just pounding away at the run game now. Jordan Tucker behind Jared Roberts, Mackenzie Majors, Caleb Clem, the center, Will Turner, Kobe Beach. There's Tucker, 5'9", 195-pound junior, 4.6 yards per carry, 6 rushing touchdowns.
Doing a good job of mixing the run and the pass in this drive, and kind of keeping Shelbyville Central guessing a little bit.
3rd down and 1. Look at this full house formation. Holder gives to Tucker, looking for room, spins his way toward the sticks. Murphy shaking his head. Yes, he thinks he has it.
I think the extra effort got it.
Looking for the white hat, Mike Hollowell, to signal, and he will get the 1st down. Nice tough run. You've seen him use his speed. Now getting a little physical there, Jordan Tucker.
Run the 12.
Halfway through the 1st quarter, Giles County trying to tie it.
Same formation. See if Holder maybe keeps. Yes, he will. Gets down to the 10.
Holder.
Couple of yards.
On the carry.
They're diverse in their offensive sets for sure. They could spread you out 5 wide, or they can go with everybody in tight and let the quarterback just ram his way through.
Walt Smith, the head coach at Giles County in his 2nd year. There he is. Former head coach at Zion Christian in Columbia. Coached for a few years at Mount Pleasant before that. He's a native of Lawrence County and thought the Giles County job was a dream job 2 years ago when he got it.
Flag down. Holder has his man. Beautiful catch. Did he catch it? Yes, they say he's down at the 5-yard line.
Holder's pass complete.
He being number 33, Boone Gibson. We'll call his name out a lot on defense. See what the flag is.
Looks as though they've waved off the flag because the clock is still running.
Sideline warning, perhaps? Yeah. So they'll mark Boone down at the 6-yard line. Great catch. Stuck his hand up. Able to control the ball. 3rd down and 3. They can pick up the 1st down without scoring the touchdown.
Told you about Walt Smith, his counterpart on the other side, Jason Hardy, a native of Jackson County in Gainsboro, not known for football, but right now Jackson County, the only 2A school in the state, still undefeated.
Holder will keep it. Shelbyville all over that play. It's number 59, Trevor Tribe. No room there. It'll be 4th down.
I think initially it looked like it had some possibilities, but Shelbyville did a great job of closing the gap in a hurry and just shut down every running lane that was available.
This will be Griffin Birdsong's 1st field goal attempt of the season. He'll place the tee at the 13-yard line, so a 23-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Wind not a factor at all. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick 2 is good. So with 3:41 left in the 1st quarter, Giles County back on the scoreboard. 14-10 the new score. Griffin Birdsong his 1st field goal of the season. And we've got a good one brewing.
Several great games around the state, or especially the mid-state here tonight, Brett. We'll take a look at some of those. Hendersonville at Riverdale. Hendersonville still undefeated. Riverdale 4-1. That should be a dandy ball game. Station Camp at Pearl Cone. Pearl Cone just 4-1. Their best start in a while.
Explosive team.
They gave NBA all they wanted last week. Springfield at White House, one of the longest rivalries in Middle Tennessee. Again, not a district ball game, but one for bragging rights and one that gives the winner some great momentum as they get ready for the rest of the district run. And then another undefeated team, Centennial, out of Williamson County at Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet 4-1. So a pretty evenly matched pair of teams right there as well.
Scoring drive, 8 plays, 39 yards, took 4:04 off the clock there. So nice job by Giles County getting back on the scoreboard. So a 14-0 start for Shelbyville. Giles County with the last 10. Sente Muse, number 1, back deep, as is number 11, Chris McLean. They are standing on approximately their 10-yard line. Again, I would think Shelbyville might be wary of a potential onside kick now all night. We'll kick it deep. That'll be Muse at the 12-yard line. Wants to come across the field. Giles County with a nice job of hemming him in. He gets out to the 28-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10. Shelbyville, 3:33 to go first quarter with a 14-10 lead.
Brent, when you've got a kicker that can kick it perfectly where he wants it, 12 yards or 40 yards, gives you a lot of options.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Giles County starting defense, the secondary, Tanner Hawley. Ordway, we've talked about. Dontarius Gilbert, another really talented athlete. Nate Alsop. And you see the rest. Cunningham throws a swing pass. Giles County all over that at the 25-yard line. Beautiful play by number 5, Nate Alsop. We've called his name a lot already.
You know, after that second Shelbyville Central touchdown, Brent, it's as though somebody flipped a switch on the Giles County side of the field.
Alsop lining up at corner here and does a great job protecting the boundary and keeping the receiver off that sideline. Second down, 13. Give goes the running back up the middle. That's Eddings. Not a lot there. Giles County holding up. Out to the 30-yard line. It'll be third down and 8.
If you look up and down the roster for both of these teams, a lot of sophomores and juniors having their names called tonight, especially at the skill position.
Third down, we'll call it 9. Mason Cunningham. Punch set to the right. Now man in motion as Bryson back to the left. Cunningham flips the ball, looking that way, under pressure, across the middle, incomplete. Had man-to-man coverage across the middle. It was good coverage. I told you about Dontarius Gilbert. There he was. It'll be fourth down.
One of the quicker players. He handles kick returns as well. But Mr. Gilbert did a great job all over the receiver, intended receiver.
Pretty good throw, too, under the circumstances. It would have been short of the first down, but Gilbert, nice play. Ordway back deep. And here is the kick. Ordway calling for and making the fair catch at the 39-yard line. So Giles County has scored on back-to-back possessions. We'll see if they can take the lead here. Jay Gilmore is down on the sidelines. Jay?
Not only have they scored on back-to-back possessions, but their defense just forced a 3-and-out. Coach tells me their defense is trying to find themselves after losing 2 All-State performers last year, and also with the death of Tyson Marks, who passed away in the summer. He was preseason All-State, so they've only returned 1 of 6 from that defensive line, and those guys are finally trying to find themselves and get into a groove. Brent?
Thank you, Jay. 3 receivers to the right. And now Ordway will go over there as well, and here's the throw to him, and he can't handle it.
Also added to that list, a guy by the name of Rico McGraw at Ensworth. He's from Giles County, and had he stayed at his initial high school, he would have been in that Bobcat secondary as well this year as a senior.
Stay tuned for the Beeman Automotive Scholar Athlete. Each week, Beeman recognizes exceptional senior athletes from each participating school with a plaque presentation. At the conclusion of the season, one lucky student will win a $5,000 college scholarship from Beeman Automotive. Do that a little bit later. Giles County with the football, second down and 10. Looked like they had something set up there for Ordway. able to bring it in. Similar play. Now they'll run it to the other side to Lucas Harrison, and that ball is knocked away. Great coverage by number 3, Michael Eddings, getting in there. And number 2, O'Darius Davis. They call him OJ.
I'll tell you what, he played well on that snap. He'll reach over the shoulder of the intended receiver and just bat the ball away.
I like this play design, too. They ran all of the action to the right. They come back to the left, try to hit Harrison there, but nice play by O.J. Davis to stay at home. We've seen some good fundamental football here tonight.
2 well-coached teams for sure.
3rd down and long. Holder back to throw, looking. Has his man, that's Harrison, trying to turn the corner and can't, and that's O.J. Davis again. It'll be 4th down. Harrison again, 10 receptions, almost 300 yards last week. Great play by O.J. Davis.
One of those guys, it doesn't matter if you run right or run left. He's going to be right there in the middle of it, it looks like.
See Holder watching Harrison. Great throw, giving him room to run. But Davis in the open field, that's not easy. Harrison's a great athlete. And here comes the kick. Taken at the 25 to the 30. Stood up at the 34, and that will be it. That was Chris McLean, thrown down by several Giles County players. Loses his helmet. 1st down and 10, Shelbyville.
Junior Boone Gibson, the one that looked like he was steer wrestling a little bit.
Here it is right here, kind of a wrestling move here. Wow.
Got a few oohs and boos from the home crowd here. They thought that was overdoing it a little bit.
Some thunderstick action going on in the stands over that one. 1st down and 10. Shelbyville at the 35-yard line, 14-10 lead. Again, interception for a touchdown, and then a long run by the quarterback. Giles County answering with a long run by Jordan Tucker, the running back, and then the field goal by Griffin Birdsong. 14-10. Cunningham. Give goes the running back, nothing doing. That's number 94, Trey Turner. The heck of a player, 6'2", 323-pound senior. He's got 6 tackles for a loss coming in. I think that counts as one.
Even if I was 6'2", 323, I wouldn't have that kind of speed. He's all over the place.
Yeah, that was in space, that tackle. They're 323, 270, 280, and 230 up front. 310 on the bench. There's a throw, complete out to the 40-yard line. Catch and tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Cunningham taking what the defense gives him there, and it sets up a more manageable 3rd down situation.
O'Darius Davis on the receiving end of that ball. In a bit of a crowd, but a well-thrown ball.
There's Boone again involved. 3rd and 5. Cunningham with the hard count. Giles County staying at home. And now we may get a timeout. Actually, we'll end the quarter. Through 1 quarter of play, Shelbyville out in front of Giles County, 14-10, with a huge 3rd down conversion coming up. Stay tuned. MyTV 30. Shelbyville with a 14-10 lead and a big 3rd down coming up. Earlier today, Jay Gilmore with a chance to hand out some hardware. Beeman Automotive Scholar Athletes.
Hello, everyone. I am Jay Gilmore, and I have this week's Beeman Automotive Scholar Athlete of the Week. And this young lady comes to you from Shelbyville High School, Miss Bailey Cook, with a 4.0 GPA. She's a 4-year starter on the softball team. And not only is she a starter, but she's a star. How about 2-time district MVP? And she's on her way with a softball scholarship to Belmont University to study nursing. This week's Beeman Automotive Scholar Athlete of the Week from Shelbyville, Bailey Cook. Congratulations, Bailey.
Thank you.
And for Giles County, we have Clayton McAllister. And this student athlete also owns a 4.0 grade point average. He's the starting first baseman on the baseball team, and he's an active young man in his community, very active with his church youth group. He's a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, as well as a young man on the student council. For Giles County, Clayton McAllister, congratulations on being a Beeman Automotive Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
From the 40.
U.S. Air Force passing yards through the air, you see there. Giles County with 61. Shelbyville Central, a lot of ground gains. And it is third down now as you look at the first down stats. Giles County, 142 yards in the first quarter. Again, Shelbyville with an interception for a touchdown. 14-10, third down and 6. Muse in motion. Cunningham back to throw. Being pressured. Escapes the pocket, trying to get to the sticks, needs a block, gets it, and gets out of bounds. And then he's hit hard by the bench. Great effort, Mason Cunningham, picking up a big first down for the Golden Eagles.
Looked as though he had nowhere to go, Brent, but
Right.
The young man's got some pretty good wheels about him. Saw an opening on that far side toward the Giles County bench. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, good pressure by the defensive front. No blitz. But he's able to get out of bounds after the 6. You see him reaching there and takes the hit there. First down and 10. Cunningham throws incomplete. Interesting quick pass there to the short side of the field. Not a lot of room to work with over there. Second down and 10. Cunningham with 282 through the air last week against Franklin. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's thrown at least 1 interception in every game. Has played a clean game so far tonight.
Like so many high school teams, running that quick, no-huddle offense.
Yep. Changing the play, Cunningham, making sure everyone's aware. Giles County will rush 4. Cunningham looking across the middle. Has his man incomplete. That was Sente Muse. 17 receptions on the season. He's upset with himself. Thinks he should have caught it.
People at Shelbyville Central High School really excited about being on television tonight. There's our scholar athlete wearing one of the shirts that grace the home stands here. Kids get excited about being on TV, Brent.
No doubt.
And we get excited about coming to communities that are excited about that.
Love it. Shelbyville, a great host tonight. We did 3HL on 104.5 The Zone here, and they couldn't have been nicer. Third down and 10. Cunningham. Across the middle again. 2 receivers in the same spot. Ball falls incomplete.
It's fourth down.
Some confusion there in the route tree. It'll be 4th down.
Looked as though he looked like he really wanted to take a little bit off of the ball, but still just too hot for the receiver to handle.
See some pressure there from number 94. Trey Turner again. Very active defensive lineman. Maybe that caused the overthrow. Noah Mason will punt. And he hits a good one. Spiral taken at the 26-yard line, and slipping and falling is number 6, Tanner Hawley. Flag down, Murphy, at about the 38-yard line. Ball currently sitting at the 29. We'll see.
Blocking it back. Giles County. We got a number.
That's Mike Hollowell, the referee. Your umpire, Eric Bradford. Linesman, Maverick Mosley. Line judge, Jimmy Davis. Back judge, Rich Pinkston III. And game clock operator, Al, they call him Pops, Simmons.
Got another trivia question for you, Brent. Only 3 times, I think, in recent history has Vanderbilt defeated Tennessee on the gridiron. One of the quarterbacks that was responsible for that is here at the ball game tonight.
Is here tonight.
He is.
Answer after the play. They end up with 4 receivers to the right. Now go against the grain to the left, and Shelbyville all over that. That's O.J. Davis again, reading that play beautifully and staying at home out at the 20-yard line. Second down and 10.
They've been calling that name a whole lot. He just happens to be the principal of Shelbyville Central High School.
But it's not Jay Cutler.
Mr. Whit Taylor.
Oh, Whit Taylor, yeah.
1982.
1982, that's exactly right. There you see O.J. Davis staying at home. Nice play by the Deuce. 3 receivers to the right, and there's the throw down the middle of the field. Dontarius Gilbert has it out across midfield. Wide open, great throw by Trevor Holder, and Giles County converts for a big first down, the 49-yard line. Holder staying in there, Murphy, and firing.
Gilbert came into the ball game as the 3rd leading receiver for Giles County. Had 12 catches for 143 yards. That'll pump that number up quite a bit on one play.
6 foot, 170-pound senior, really talented corner as well. Holder is ready. Tucker behind him. Tucker gets the carry, has some room. 45, puts a move on the 40. Spinning inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giles County.
Pretty impressive looking drive right now.
Does a great job of setting up this block, too.
24 the man.
Oh,
Just
wow.
ran right over the intended tackler right there.
Jacob Davidson.
Didn't see much on the interior part of the line, but took it outside and got some nice yardage.
Holder with a hard count.
Dead ball. Encroachment. And 54. Shelbyville. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
1st and 5. 28-yard line. So Giles County fell behind 14-0. Now they're driving again, trying to take the lead. Trevor Holder will keep it, and he'll be dragged down by number 50, Trey Kilso.
Kelso on the tackle.
Kelso only a junior, 5'10", 230. But
got a hold of that jersey. Need one of those old school tearaway jerseys there.
He finds the football in a hurry and doesn't let go.
Look at that, nice play.
Just another day at the office, right?
Exactly right. 2nd down and 5. Tucker behind Holder. Holder wants to throw. Deep down the middle of the field, has a man at the 5-yard line. That's Dontarius Gilbert. Touchdown. Beautiful throw. Easy catch. Number 3 gets into the end zone.
29 yards on the scoring play, and the visiting Bobcats take their first lead of the ball game, 16-14.
Just a seam route by the slot receiver. Holder looking at him the entire way, had man-to-man coverage. Gilbert beat his man, and Holder with a beautiful throw. Touchdown, Giles County. Now with 16 unanswered. We'll try to make it 17 as Griffin Birdsong comes on. Harrison to hold, Birdsong the kick, and it's up toward our scissor lift, and it is good. So with 9:14 remaining in the first half, what was a 14-0 Shelbyville lead is now a 17-14 Giles County lead.
And we got us a ball game.
Great throw.
In case you were away, here it is again.
See him in the slot, just ran straight down the field, beat his man, perfect throw. Put a lot of air under it.
Couldn't draw it up much better. Nick Faust back there, only a sophomore, but he got beat on the pattern. And we got us a great game, 17-14.
5 plays, 81 yards, minute 6 off the clock. Quick note from my buddy Wade Neely, does the games for the Giles County radio network, said Dontarius Gilbert did not practice the entire week.
Wow.
So he's been nursing a hamstring injury and looked pretty good there. No tightness.
Looks like the rest did him well.
Back to number 1, Sinte Muse again. Also number 11, Chris McLean. Birdsong will kick off. And now the pressure's on Shelbyville to answer.
Really is. We thought it might be a runaway the way Shelbyville jumped out to a quick 14-0 lead, but a great job by Walt Smith and his coaching staff adjusting and getting the visiting Bobcats right back in this thing.
There is a hole on this side of the kick coverage unit. Let's see if they kick it deep. And they do. And that will be McLean at the 15. The 20 has a seam up the middle. 30. 35. And is finally caught and thrown down. That's Cameron Ordway. I really thought he had a seam there, might score, but number 7, great athlete, gets over and makes the tackle.
Ordway saved 6 points right there.
Yes, he did. Shelbyville down 17-14. We'll try to answer Giles County when we come back. 9:03 to go first half. My TV 30. Shelbyville down by 3 now. 9:03 to go first quarter. They've got the ball. First and 10. Earlier today, our guy Paul had a chance to hand out some money.
Paul Jones alongside Dee McCullough, the assistant principal and athletics director out here at Shelbyville Central. Great night for football, and we have a very cool check presentation right now. Dr. Pepper and Kroger are partnering to support Middle Tennessee high schools. They're proud to join My TV 30 in presenting each home team a donation to their school. Thanks to Dr. Pepper, Kroger, and My TV 30.
Thank you, Paul Jones. Tonight's generators and scissor lifts were provided by Sunbelt Rentals, Inc. Sunbelt Rentals, home of the no sweat guarantee.
You ever been up in one of those things?
I was going to say, does he get hazard pay for that?
No.
Got great shots of the game, and our guys do a terrific job putting these games on.
Got a very interesting score from Chattanooga in the second quarter. McCauley leading Ensworth 34-20.
Oh, wow. And there's the shot we were talking about. Ensworth trailing by 14.
This McCauley team for real.
Cunningham, give goes to Eddings up the middle, putting his head down. Ordway coming up. Check that. That's Tyler Reynolds coming up.
Gain of 6.
Gain of 6, second down and 4.
It's 2nd and 4.
Michael Eddings, 6 foot, 195-pound junior running back. As you see him, 110 yards per game. He has 11 receptions for 79 yards on the season as well. Second down and 4. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cunningham barking out the signal. Giles County rushing 4. Give goes to the running back. Eddings turning the corner up the sideline, and he steps out of bounds. He's not happy with the field goal net either. But he does have a first down. Michael Eddings showing a little burst there.
Brent, the exciting thing as we watch Eddings on the replay here, the exciting thing about this ball game is that both teams have 3 or 4 guys in the offensive backfield that can put 6 on the board every time they touch the football.
True story. Watch Muse in the slot here, or perhaps Eddings. Or you can watch Giles County call a timeout. 17-14 the score. It's been a strange game. Shelbyville jumps out 14-0. They've got all the momentum. Big play after big play. But Giles County just methodically getting back into the game. They get some big plays. They take the lead 17-14.
What do you think? Was that a wake-up call for Giles County, or were they just spotting Shelbyville 14?
Stay tuned for the Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind player of the game. Coming up in a little bit. No, I mean, I think that says a lot about what Walt Smith's doing over there on the sideline. Kids stayed in it, stayed focused. A lot of times you'll see kids hang their head, even though it was really early in the game, but it was so quick.
I mentioned that Ensworth-McCauley score. McCauley with a huge win last week over at Bowling Green, Kentucky, a nationally ranked team. That had a 40 or 50-something game win streak on the line.
Cunningham. Give goes Eddings again. Not much there.
Michael Eddings once again for Shelbyville.
It'll be second down.
Gain of 2. It's 2nd and 8.
That's what you were talking about earlier with tempo here. Cunningham looking to the bench. Got kids holding signs. I'm reading Cook's Pest Control in front of me. Wonder what that play that is.
I don't know. It's got advertisements on the backside. We don't know what's on the front.
They might flip them around. Give goes Eddings. Looking for some room on the left side. Beautiful tackle. That's Cameron Ordway. That's the three-star corner that is committed to Ole Miss coming up in the run game.
Gain of 1.
That's what Hugh Freeze sees and likes.
3rd and 7.
Yeah, he came up from, I guess, a safety position. He was on the other side of the field. As you see the signs we were discussing momentarily. 3rd down and 7, the 29-yard line. Lots of motion. Cunningham alone in the backfield. 5 receivers in this route. Looking. Corner route has number 9, Marcus Bryson, for the first down to the 15-yard line. Great throw.
About a 20-yard pickup there. I thought he'd overthrown the receiver and didn't see the other guy out there.
Cunningham looking for that corner route. Call it a 7 route. And there it is, beautifully laid out, but a great catch by Bryson.
And Bryson really did a good job of sacrificing himself to make sure he hauled it in.
1st down and 10. Trailing by 3. Golden Eagles with the football. Cunningham will run. Has some room up the middle. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Puts his head down. Gets close to the 6. They'll mark him down at the 7. Nice physical run by the quarterback.
It was 6'2", 185 is Mason Cunningham, only a junior.
You'll see it here. Got to hit that hole quick, and he did.
And most of the would-be tacklers trying to hit him high. And he's got pretty good balance out there and just kept taking them with him.
Here's another run play inside the 5-yard line, and we have a 1st down and goal, and that's Eddings again. 5:53 to go first half. Shelbyville threatening, down by a field goal.
Very well called timeout by Jason Hardy as Shelbyville trying to get back in this thing.
Trevor Holder whistles sound. And the referee, Mike Hollowell, will call offsides. Interesting call. Holder looks surprised. Not sure what that was about, honestly.
The ball spotted at the 2-yard line. Golden Eagles trying to retake the lead.
All right, here we go. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Thought Cunningham might go under center briefly, but he didn't. Give goes Eddings, flag down. Eddings gets into the end zone. The head referee threw that flag in the offensive backfield.
Illegal formation on the offense. Only 6 men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Almost had to be an offensive penalty given where the flag was thrown. You can look at the penalty one of 2 different ways. Yeah, only too many guys in the backfield basically is what it amounted to.
You saw Hardy with his palms up in the air. 1st and goal now from the 7. Cunningham looking toward the sideline. Now he's ready. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Eddings behind him, and now Giles County will call a timeout. 4:55 to go in the 2nd quarter. Strange flow at this point.
Stick around for the halftime show. We talked earlier about Whit Taylor, former Vanderbilt quarterback, who was the head coach here in his hometown, and now the principal at Shelbyville Central High School. And Jay will be interviewing he and his counterpart from Giles County as well.
Stay tuned for the Booze It and Lose It halftime report presented by the Governor's Highway Safety Office. After your Fox 17 Skywatch weather forecast, get halftime stats and your 24/7 recruiting spotlight. The Booze It and Lose It halftime report. You're right. I remember that game with Taylor beating Tennessee.
You were just a child, a mere child.
I was 9. 1982.
Everybody say hello to Lexi.
Same year that we had the World's Fair in Knoxville.
I've still got a can of that World's Fair air.
A can of air?
Can of World's Fair air.
How much is that worth?
Probably not much.
Cunningham, the quarterback, will keep it. Has to put a move on in the backfield immediately. Giles County all over that. And that was number 1, Tyler Reynolds, in the backfield making that play. Cunningham gets what he can and sets up second down and goal.
Second and goal from the 5, actually the tail of the ball, resting on the 5-yard line.
Dr. Pepper replay, and they were all over Eddings. They were all over Cunningham. Nice play by the Bobcat defense there. Defensive line's been very active for them tonight. Kelso, Lentz, Howland, Zahorian. Not much there.
Michael Eddings on the
Check that Giles County. Trey Turner, who we've called a lot up front. Kobe Beats, Devontae Murphy, and Matthew Langford. It'll be third down and goal.
That's about half of it. Looks like the ball spotted about where it would be for an extra point.
Taking up a lot of time, too. 17-14. Giles County with the lead. Shelbyville trying to get back in the end zone. Mason Cunningham, the quarterback, has the Golden Eagles' only offensive touchdown tonight. Third down goal. Cunningham. Give goes Eddings. Breaks a tackle. Tries to get in the end zone and done. Great run by number 3, 4-3. Michael Eddings gets in the end zone. Shelbyville back up front. Jay Gilmore is on the sideline.
That possession right there is the epitome of what head coach Jason Hardy wanted. He wanted his guys to control the tempo. He needed big plays from Michael Eddings. Of course, he scores the touchdown, but he had big plays throughout that drive. Marcus Bryson, his receiver with the most experience, converted a big play. That's what he was looking for before the game, and despite giving up 17 unanswered points, their resolve looks to be pretty good right now. Brent?
Thank you, Jay. 21-17. The extra point by Micah Thompson was good. Ordway had a beat on it. He has blocked one already this year. But Thompson got it off and got it through. 21-17. 3:29 to go. Plenty of time for Giles County now to answer.
That was just a speed run around the left side when he saw there was nothing open in the heart of the line. He just takes it outside. Pure speed there.
Yeah, you see Boone chasing him and can't get there. Eddings with a lot of speed. Got good vision. Can attack between the tackles as well.
Did we establish an over and under on this one, Brent?
What did we say? 120? There's your scoring drive there. 10 plays, 57 yards, 5:34 off the clock.
3 lead changes already.
Yep. This is fun, man. Gonna have a great second half. Ordway back deep. Lucas Harrison as well. There's Harrison.
Really puts the pressure on Jonathan next week to help provide a good close game again, doesn't it?
That's absolutely right. Jonathan believes in blowouts. I think he likes the running block. 21-17. Shelbyville with the lead. And it'll be Ordway from the 10 to the 20, 30, spinning out to the 40, out to the 45 to the 46-yard line. So Giles County with great field possession and plenty of time on the clock. 3:20 to go first half. They do have but one timeout remaining.
Little stiff arming.
I like that spin move at the end, too.
Nice
Ordway's got skills.
Yeah, got 36 on the return. This guy's fun to watch, no doubt.
He just needed a little room to kind of kick that extra gear. First and 10, Bobcats. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Ordway in the slot. Harrison wide left. Give goes Tucker up the middle. Has room. 45-40. 35-30. Pounding his way down to the 28-yard line. First down, Giles County.
About 26 yards on the run. Like I said, both of these teams have got game breakers in the offensive backfield. And
look at that hole.
Both getting some great blocks up front, too.
His ability to make people miss. Marcus Bryson came up and got air.
And a couple of missed tackles after.
I don't think it was World's Fair air.
No.
First and 10, Bobcats. Trevor Holder, the quarterback, sends his running back out in motion. Holder will keep it, and he's got a little spin move inside the 25-yard line. I see you, number 17.
Reckon they work on those spin moves in practice?
It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats.
You said you went to Hillsborough High School. You've got to be proud of your alma mater, Brent. They're playing very good football right now.
They are indeed. And when I was a senior, here's the replay. As you see, Holder picking up some yardage. Actually, my junior year was the Mose Phillips year.
Oh.
That they made the run into the playoffs, and we had a lot of fun that year. Mo is a good friend of mine. Great guy. There's an out route. Holder throwing it safely out of bounds. You don't want to make a mistake there. That'll go the other way quickly.
Absolutely.
Throw that thing high and wide.
2:08 remaining in the first half of what's been a pretty decent ball game. 3 lead changes.
Yep.
4 points the difference right now.
We've had some grinded out drives. We've had a ton of big plays. Giles County, third down. Down 21-17. Quarterback will keep it. Looking for the first down. Patiently running on the left side. Ball comes out. Shelbyville saying the ball is out. And Shelbyville has it. So Holder gets into traffic there. The ball gets ripped out. A huge play for the Golden Eagles.
Several Golden Eagles were making the call well in advance of the man in the white hat.
I never saw the ball come out. I saw them.
Get a little better look at it right here. Looked like he had a pretty good grip on the ball, but a pretty good hit right there.
Yeah, Bryson was the first man there. And that's what it looks like. He put his helmet on the ball.
Great camera work, guys.
Excellent.
Sometimes hard to get that tough shot in the middle like that when there's so many bodies in there. But once again, quality guys behind the lenses tonight.
So what do you do here if you're Shelbyville? 21-17. You have the lead by 4. 2 minutes to go. You have all 3 of your timeouts. They'll do a quick pass. Here's Muse looking for some room out to the 15, out across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Golden Eagles have shown that they can milk the clock and make a long, sustained drive, but they're going to have to do the complete opposite here, grind out some big yardage in a hurry.
See that quick game out to the left side. Muse has some quick feet.
Brag on cameraman, and then he misses the play.
And there's the running back Eddings out across the 25 out to the 30-yard line. Shelbyville going with some tempo now. 1:27 to go first half. Again, they have all 3 timeouts left. First and 10 from the 30. Cunningham will get his team ready quickly. Clock stops to mark the first down. Now they're ready. Cunningham looking. Swing pass to Eddings. Hurdles a man and gets out to the 35-yard line. Got what he could out of there. Giles County had that thing hemmed in pretty good, but Eddings with a good individual play picks up 5.
Good stop by Boone Gibson. He saved about an additional 15 or 20 yards by Shelbyville had he not made that tackle.
You know Jason Hardy would love to pop one big here. Cunningham looking for some room. Now we'll keep it. Actually, he's going to go out of bounds. He stays inbounds. Now he has some room. He's going to score. I'm looking back at the sideline. The Giles County coaches are upset. But Mason Cunningham, with an incredibly athletic play, builds the lead 65 yards. You see him tightrope in the sideline over there, and I see what the Giles County coaching staff was upset about. It looked like the Bobcats just assumed he would run out of bounds, and he didn't. So Cunningham has 2 long touchdown runs tonight. Here's the extra point attempt. It is low line drive into the band. It is no good. So the lead sticks at 10, but that's Mason Cunningham with his 2nd long score of the night.
Rule number 1, never assume anything.
You know what that does?
Yes, I do.
27-17.
We won't go into that.
40.5 left on the clock. That is not the way Walt Smith wanted this half to end, as his team was driving for what he hoped would be a game-leading score. Instead, they fumble, and Shelbyville gets the football, and they get into the end zone. And that's some excellent camera work there. As you can see, he did not step out of bounds.
Gilbert had him in the crosshairs right there as we wait for the replay. And we'll get that here in a moment. Here we go.
Yeah, I was watching the wrong screen.
Number 3 had
Here
him in the, but the referee right there on top of it. He did not step out of bounds. Came close.
Yeah, Gilbert's got to make that tackle. But a great play by Cunningham. Stayed alive over there on the sideline. Builds his team's lead. 4 plays, 86 yards there. 119 off the clock. 27-17 Shelbyville with the lead. I notice you're taking notes on all of these scoring plays, and got quite a dissertation over there.
You're going to need another sheet of paper, I think.
Well, you might.
I'd bust the budget here.
27-17, 40.5 left. They're not even going to try Ordway. Taken the 35 out to the 38-yard line. That's number 1, Tyler Reynolds. First down and 10. Giles County. 36.5 to go first half. Bobcats down by 10. 1 timeout left.
So do you reach into the Arkansas State playbook here and run the old fake heart attack play on the field?
That was amazing, that play. If you haven't seen that play, after tonight's broadcast, go Google it. It was spectacular. Didn't work.
Nobody bought it.
Nobody. It was funny, though.
Yes, it was.
Right at the snap, he basically just took a nesty plunge backward.
Got the ESPN play of the day, I believe.
Might as well.
Voter's choice.
It was an awful fake punt, though. The punter threw it directly to a Miami defender.
One of the games we mentioned earlier, Hendersonville at Riverdale, and right now the Warriors up. Riverdale 19, Hendersonville 7. A little bit of a surprise maybe in that one. All of a sudden, maybe Blackman and Oakland not the only teams to keep an eye on in District 7 AAA.
Next week on Friday Night Rivals, we're off to Wilson County as the Beach Buccaneers take on the Mount Juliet Golden Bears. Beach at Mount Juliet next Friday. Dr. Pepper's Friday Night Rivals, 7 p.m. only on MyTV 30. Be a good matchup there.
I think so. I absolutely think so.
No more Jalen Hurd. Kid looks like Eddie George, man.
I couldn't help but think in that first game with Utah State, so many Tennessee kids, and I say kids because they're freshmen for the most part, mentioned in that ball game from Middle Tennessee. And I think 8 of those young men they mentioned had been on the cover of my magazine in one of the last 2 years.
Look at Holder going deep up the sideline, and Ordway makes the play. He's got the ball. He's still on his feet at the 15. Stretches out to the 10-yard line. We wondered what they would do. Might as well throw it up to number 7.
Got 60 yards on the completion.
23.9. You see the veteran Holder getting his team to run up the field. What a catch by Cameron Ordway and his ability to stay with that play. And there, Holder will down the ball as we take a look at this. Ordway just going up and out, jumping everybody. But his ability, Murphy, to stay with that play, stay in bounds, keep running.
Well, everybody likes to talk about Yak, yards after the catch, and he got 20 after he hauled that one in. That was a great job by Ordway.
19.1 on the clock. Again, one timeout for Giles County, down by 10. Trevor Holder, the quarterback, in the shotgun, looking to his right, fires into the end zone, and that's Cameron Ordway. Touchdown! Giles County. Holder to Ordway. Touchdown, Bobcats.
I want to take a look at the replay on this one. That could have been pushing off a little bit of offensive pass interference, maybe.
You'll see it here. Little fade route. Just throw it up and let him jump.
He just reached out over him, didn't he?
Basically tackled that football. There was some contact there around the goal line. But Ordway, that seems to be a pretty good idea for Giles County maybe to go back to. Just throw it up to him. What a game. 12 seconds left in the first half. Giles County to attempt the extra point. Almost blocked. It's not. And the kick is good. With 12 seconds left in the first half, Giles County pulls within 3. Jay Gilmore on the sideline.
Hey guys, head coach Walt Smith told me before the game that he thinks since Cameron Ordway's commitment to Ole Miss, he's playing a little bit better. That young man was receiving phone calls 2 and 3 hours a day after school. The phone calls have not stopped, but they've went down a little bit since he made his commitment to Ole Miss. That was an outstanding athletic catch in the end zone just then.
Thank you, Jay. It certainly was. Kid's got skills, no doubt about that. You could see him on the bench. He was tired.
Brent, we talked earlier about... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
2 plays, 62 yards is all they needed. 14 seconds.
Talked earlier about Tyson Marks and what a great leader he was.
Yes, sir.
Walt Smith and company were really expecting this young man to be a key leader on this football team. And after his passing, it took a while for them to figure out, all right, who's going to step up and provide us with great leadership. And it looks like Cameron Ordway is a young man who has done just that. He's certainly been a key factor here tonight.
McLean, number 11, back deep. Also, number 1, you see him, Sente Muse. Griffin Birdsong will kick off. 12.2 seconds left. 27-24, Shelbyville. Well, that's got to be nice to know if you're Trevor Holder. If you just throw it up, you get single coverage over there. Although the long play he caught in double coverage. Finds 7. There's a squib kick down the middle of the field. Taken at the 20, 25. And he'll be wrapped up there. As the clock ticks down under 5 seconds, 4.8 seconds left. An entertaining first half, no doubt about that.
It's kind of a scary moment there, though, on the kick returner, trying to get that extra yard or two. Sometimes you need to just go on down. I've seen a lot of players hurt for an extended period of time because they wouldn't go down soon enough.
Yeah, that's Chris McLean, number 11, 5'7", 140-pound defensive back, and Shelbyville will go into their safe formation here. Mason Cunningham under center. And he will take an aim. So an entertaining first half. We look forward to a great second half. Shelbyville jumped out 14-0. Giles County answered, took the lead 17-14. Shelbyville jumps back out 27-17, and then Ordway right there pulls Giles County within 3. Jay Gilmore on the sideline with Shelbyville coach Jason Hardy.
On the sideline, indeed, Coach. 51 points this first half. Talk about it.
Well, we didn't want to get in a shootout, and that's what happened last year. We got to make some corrections in the secondary. Early on, we were too worried about 7 and 10, and then right there at the end, we found out why we were too worried about 7 going up and making some spectacular plays. But we got the lead, we get the ball back, so we're in good shape. Just can't panic and come back out here and play a good second half.
What do you attribute your awesome start to the game, and just now in the last 3 possessions before that big play, you guys were playing awesome.
Yeah, I mean, our kids come out focused tonight and ready to play, and, you know, they know how to get ready. We're kind of accustomed to these, you know, games where we have a lot of things going on outside of football, and, you know, they come in ready to play, and I think they'll be ready to play coming out in the second half as well.
Head coach Jason Hardy, thank you so much, sir. We'll be back with the Booze It or Lose It halftime report after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, to your Booze It and Lose It halftime report. Jay Gilmore joined by Whit Taylor. And let me ask you this, sir. What's it mean to you and your staff to be a part of Friday Night Rivals?
It's been really great for the community. We were fortunate. We've got it. We've had it out in the newspaper. It's been in our local paper. It's been on different billboards around town. Different businesses have it on their marquee. It's kind of strengthened our community a little bit, and we were a little different. We weren't in school today. I didn't have our kids, but our kids have showed up, and it's been a special week. It's been a good week for us.
Now, your name is legendary in this area. Tell us about your history with Shelbyville High School and the community.
Well, I grew up here. I went to high school here, played here. Was the first graduating class on this campus in 1978. Was away for a while and got a chance to come back in '97 as the head football coach. Was head coach for 9 years. I've been in administration the last 9 years here, so 2 years as the principal.
Now, from the playing field to the head coach on the sidelines to administration, talk about those transitions.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was always hoping I'd know when it was time to give up the coaching part, and I think I did. And you look back now and think, what was I thinking going into administration? But it's been very good. It's been you know, if you surround yourself with good people, it makes it a whole lot easier. We've got a great faculty and staff. We've got great parents who support our kids all the time, and it's just a special place to work.
Now, what's the atmosphere been like on campus this week, knowing we had a televised football game?
We've been pumped. We've had signs at school. We've had, like I said, it's been around town. Our local newspaper editor had a great article in our paper this week about you guys coming, and we've been excited.
And it's been a big football game, 27-21, a total of 51 points, and a lot more football left to play. Whit Taylor, the principal for Shelbyville High School, will be back with more of your Booze It and Lose It halftime report after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, to your Booze It and Lose It halftime report. Jay Gilmore joined by the principal of Giles County High School, Mr. Mark Harden, and it's a 27-24 ball game right now. Shelbyville Central on top. Let me ask you this question, sir. What's it mean to your staff and your students to be a part of Friday Night Rivals?
It's a great opportunity for our school to be recognized and for our student athletes to be on TV, and I greatly appreciate y'all recognizing our student athlete of the week, and it's just a great honor to be represented.
The school year is in full swing. How are things going for the Bobcats?
We're having a great school year. And again, I want to say thank you to my faculty and staff and student body. It's a privilege to get to work with the people at Giles County, and I'm just excited about the way the school year is going.
Let's talk about last week, not this week, last week, homecoming. Very big time for you guys.
Giles County has long-standing traditions in homecoming. We have a full week of festivities and activities. Don't miss much class time, proud to say that, but we build a float. Each grade level builds a float. We have class competitions, and at the end of the week we have a great reward for our students. We have a traditional parade through the town and past our feeder schools, and it's just a great way for our kids to have a day off from all the stress of the tests and end of course, everything we face, and it's just a great reward and a culmination with a great night of football and name a homecoming queen, and just great tradition we look proud to keep up.
High school football players play to have fun, but also with the hope of playing on Saturdays. One of your fine young student athletes has that opportunity. Talk about Cameron Ordway.
Cameron Ordway shared his commitment last week with the student body of Giles County High School at Pep session. He took time to announce that he was going to commit to Ole Miss, and we're extremely proud of him. Made a great catch in the end zone here to get the game back close, so we're really proud of him and hope we got some other athletes that are going to go on to live that dream.
Good deal, and he's the one who caught that touchdown to make it 27-24. A lot of football left to be played in the second half. Mark Harden, the principal at Giles County. Right now it's time for your 24/7 recruiting spotlight.
This is Barton Simmons with 24/7 Sports, and I'm here with your 24/7 Sports Recruiting Spotlight. And tonight we're talking about a kid.
The Shelbyville band marching on the field, 27-24, Shelbyville with the lead. And it was kind of a back-and-forth first half. We look forward to a great second half. Both bands participating tonight at halftime, and a great crowd here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Great host for us tonight as we did our radio show prior to the game. And looking forward to a great second half.
There's 2 radio shows here. You did yours and I did mine. Then we start the football game.
Yeah, that's true. U.S. Air Force yards through the air. Giles County getting it done. 183 passing yards. As you see, Shelbyville Central getting a couple of touchdowns from their quarterback, but on the ground. Mason Cunningham.
Yeah, he'd prefer to tuck and run more times than not. That's the glaring number, only 31 passing yards. But the most important one is the score.
Yeah, and Giles County's turned it over a couple of times. It's led to points, 27-24. And then you see the total yardage for both schools. We're over 500 total yards, so maybe we get to 1,000. I don't know.
Could very well be. 2 pretty offensive-prone football teams here. I really enjoyed the segment there about Barton Simmons and wanted to touch base on that just a moment, Brent, because 7 or 8 years ago, whatever the number is, probably not quite that many, 5 years ago, when we talked about earlier the quarterback for Ole Miss that was at Giles County, and we'll take a look at some highlights, and then I'll touch base on that in just a moment.
It's gotten a lot better quickly.
Certainly has.
A lot of prospects, and you see some of those kids performing tonight. Here's the interception for the touchdown that got everything going, and then as we said, Mason Cunningham on the ground getting some yardage. There's a big play in the pass game for Giles County as Holder hits one. There's Tucker up the middle of the field, huge hole, and he runs for a touchdown. The onside kick gets Giles County going again, and there's Holder again. Boone with the great catch, and here's a great throw by Holder to Dotarius Gilbert, streaking down the field. Nice corner out throw there. Plenty of air underneath that one. Here's Eddings racing toward the pylon, getting into the end zone. And again, here's Cunningham. They think he's going to go out of bounds. He pulls the okey doke, heads up the sidelines, gets into the end zone, but Holder's not done. Here is a touchdown pass to Cameron Ordway, and that's where we are. 27-24 is the score. Shelbyville with the lead at halftime. And you were talking about Bo Wallace.
Yeah, an incredible player, I thought, and really didn't have much of an offer on the table at all. And Tennessee was just one of those states that most recruiters pass through on the way to look at a kid in Florida or Georgia or Alabama, wherever. And I thought for quite some time that Tennessee actually had a lot more athletes than they were given credit for. I don't know, really. You talk about this on your afternoon show a lot, Brent, but I'm not so sure that we've all of a sudden got more athletes, or if maybe we owe a debt of gratitude to Butch Jones, because he's made it a point to recruit in-state. He's not going to let a Tennessee kid beat him in a Southeastern Conference ball game.
Yeah, Butch Jones doing a great job. He gets a 5-star defensive tackle today, a 4-star defensive end, and then he goes to Twitter because that's what he does, and he tweeted out Double Brick Friday for Butch Jones. Tennessee taking on Georgia tomorrow. Again, 27-24 is the score here. We've got some scores from around the mid-state area you're going to want to see when you come back. And again, halftime, there's your score. Shelbyville with the 3-point lead over Giles County. This is My TV 30. .27-24 is the score. Shelbyville with the lead as we take a look at the Bedford County People's Bank. 85 degrees this afternoon. And we told you they were hospitable here in Shelbyville, and they certainly were. As we prepare for the second half, Jay Gilmore is on the sideline with Giles County football coach Walt Smith.
Back on the football field with head coach Walt Smith. And, Coach, talk about that first half full of points?
We got to do a better job taking care of the football. Felt like we moved the ball like we wanted to, and defensively we didn't play very bad, but gave them a pick six to start the game and then fumbled inside our own 20. We got to do a better job finishing drives just like we did. That was the key coming into tonight, and we've got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
Now you guys go down 14-0, so you got to be pleased with the way you responded.
Yeah, I thought our kids bounced back real well, showed some resilience. That's something we've gotten better at times this year. But again, just got to take better care of the football.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Jay. Well done. We've got some big games going on, as we do every Friday night here in Middle Tennessee. And you see the scoreboard there. Murphy, Hendersonville with a halftime lead over Riverdale, 19-14. Pearl Cone, you talked about it, 20-10 over Station Camp. And Springfield shutting out White House. Centennial up on Mount Juliet, 25-7.
Pretty good action there. Looks like the Hendersonville-Riverdale game, the one to watch, although Station Camp Pearl Cone's sort of close there, but most of those about the way I expected, although the early score we had Riverdale on top, but it looks like Hendersonville is bounced back and taking control of that one at halftime. As I mentioned, a lot of non-district ball games across not only Middle Tennessee, but all the way across the state of Tennessee, and back into district action next week. That's where it really starts to count.
Really does, and they do it up right here at Shelbyville. I drove up about 2:30, and people were already out tailgating and getting ready for some high school football, and storied program here, certainly, and kids love it, and we all love Dr. Pepper.
I love these shots of what goes on at a high school football game before that initial kickoff. It's great to see the tailgating, if you will, and the cornhole games and all the great food being cooked, and it's a great atmosphere to be involved in.
Some individual halftime stats for you for Giles County. Again, 27-24, Shelbyville with the lead. And let's start with them, Shelbyville. Mason Cunningham, the quarterback, we saw a couple of touchdowns from him. 5 carries, Murphy, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
When you run for that much, you don't have to throw the football a whole lot, do you?
5 of 9 for 31 yards through the air. Michael Eddings, the running back, 11 carries, 51 yards. He also got into the end zone for Giles County. Trevor Holder, the quarterback, 8 of 15, 183 through the air. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. A lot of that coming on the last drive where Giles County was able to hit Ordway a couple of times, get in the end zone and pull within 3. Jordan Tucker, 9 carries, 103 yards and a touchdown. And Ordway, 2 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. And both of those grabs came on the last drive that pulled Giles County within 3. We catch Fox College football tomorrow on Fox 17 at 3 o'clock. It's 16th-ranked Stanford at 4-0 Washington. Then at 7, it's 7th-ranked Baylor at Iowa State. Coverage starts at 3. Fox College football only on Fox 17. That Stanford-Washington matchup is certainly one to watch.
Got a chance to be good. I'll be rooting for the Huskies on that one since I was born in Washington State.
Is that right? I've been wanting to go to a game out there right on the river. Beautiful setting.
It would be nice. We spent one night in Pullman, home of the Washington State Cougars. A very, very small college town, but a very, very good college football team.
27-24 is the score, and we are ready for the second half kickoff. What do you anticipate seeing here in this pretty balanced matchup so far?
Well, I doubt seriously if we see 51 points scored in the second half. That's what we got in the first. I look for the defenses to step up a little bit more. I really didn't expect this to be quite as high scoring a ball game. But with both teams having so many athletes that can score anytime they put their hands on the football, I guess I should have expected just exactly what we have right now.
27-24, Giles County will kick off. Golden Eagles, Shelbyville will return. They are 2-2 on the season. Giles County at 3-2. We appreciate you being with us. Brent Doherty, Murphy Fair in the booth. Jay Gilmore on the sideline. Kickoff taken about the 10-yard line. Out to the 20. Stood up at the 25, maybe the 26. Maybe the 27.
I think they're going to give him the 27 based on where the official on this side of the field is. I've always wanted to take the camera and the microphone into the locker room at halftime just to see how animated the high school coaches get. But I know both of these guys pretty well, and I'd say they understand what their players are capable of. And probably they're both tickled to be only 3 points ahead or behind, depending on your perspective.
Mason Cunningham, the quarterback, couple of long touchdown runs. He'll hand to Eddings, looking for some room outside. Gets across the 30, knocked out of bounds by Ordway as he gets out to the 33-yard line. Nice run on first down.
The phrase "you can run but you can't hide" comes to mind with Cameron Ordway in the secondary. That young man can run, and I think he's going to make a pretty good addition to the Ole Miss football team. It'd be interesting to find out whether or not Bo Wallace had any effect on him declaring that he wants to play for Ole Miss.
It's a good thought. Second down and 5. Cunningham to Eddings, breaks a tackle at the 35, then is wrapped up. Boone in there. Several players for Giles County in there. The football comes flying out, but he was down.
Really nice night for high school football. Good clear skies, nice little cool breeze. We don't feel it much here in the press box.
Nope. Stick around for our Centerstone play of the game, a key play that either gets things started or changes the momentum for one of our teams. The Centerstone play of the game coming up at the top of the fourth quarter. Big third down here. Cunningham looking across the middle, buying time. Now we'll go deep. He's got Muse down there, and Muse jumps and gets the ball. He will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Shelbyville.
The defender quit, Brent. 65 yards on the pass play, and Cunningham plenty of time to launch the long pass, but the defender on the play actually started back toward the line of scrimmage. He quit following the receiver.
Sente Muse went up and got it. And again, able to come down on his feet, ready to run. And I saw that route. I didn't think that Cunningham could throw it that far, and he got it up over the defender. That's Tanner Holly. And Muse gets into the end zone. Shelbyville on drive number 1 adds to its lead now with the extra point, which is good, 34-24. Maybe we will keep going. Point-wise.
Pretty good start right there. 1 minute, 5 seconds into the second half. And for the second time this evening, I believe, Shelbyville extends its lead.
There you go. 3 plays, 72 yards, less than a minute. And that was Mason Cunningham with the touchdown pass, his first of the night, putting together a solid game. As he was under pressure, just looking for a little room where he could get that ball out there into single coverage, and Muse just able to out-jump the defender and race into the end zone. 5'8", 150-pound junior wide receiver.
This is one you don't want to take a nap during, because you'll miss 2 scoring plays if you do.
If I take a nap, I'm out all night at this point. I'm all jacked up. I feel like with all this scoring, I feel like I've drank 10 cups of McDonald's McCafe Premium Roast Coffee. Ordway back deep. Lucas Harrison back deep. Both those kids able to take it the distance. We'll see if Shelbyville elects to kick it towards them. Noah Mason to kick. Has a good leg. 34-24. And he'll pick it up, man. Taken at the 30. Fumbles the football, and I think it's been recovered by Shelbyville. Golden Eagles say they have it. They do have it.
Tough break for number 5. Nate Alsop on the reception there, trying to field the kickoff. One of those things that do you signal for the fair catch and just take it right there?
A lot of teams choose to do that with their up backs.
Your time, though, as a receiver is split evenly between watching the football and watching all those guys in the blue shirts coming at you.
Racing on the play, it'll be Bobcats ball, 1st and 10 at the 34.
And now they've given the ball to Giles County.
Oh, my.
They signaled Shelbyville football. But Mike Hollowell with the white hat there changes the call, and that is huge. So instead of turnover number 3 for Giles County and a first down for Shelbyville at the 34-yard line of the Bobcats, it's going the other way, 34-24. Huge call change there. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think Jason Hardy's very happy down there.
Delay a game.
I would think not.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Giles County confused as well. First down and 15, 10:49. I mean, that is an absolutely huge call.
Well, it looked pretty obvious from here that it was going to go the other way. And then a change of heart.
Holder. Back deep. Beautiful throw, but sails over Ordway's head. Well, he really was able to spin that, but too much on it. Second and 15.
Well, at this rate, we're going to see just about everything possible in a ball game, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. They clearly signaled Shelbyville football. They don't have replay ability down there. I mean, you know, Golden Eagles able to punch it in there. They're up 17 in the third quarter.
It's kind of like a rugby scrum on the bottom of that pile, looks like from here.
Giles County with the football. Give goes the running back. Up the middle. Pushing his way out across the 40. Still on his feet out to the 43-yard line. That's Jordan Tucker. Great run there, and that'll set up a third down and short. Let's take a look at that fumble again. As you see, both players going after the football, and maybe also got it back for Giles County.
David Rutledge, the player from Central, trying to hold on to it.
While we're away, a third down conversion there on a short run will be first down and 10, Giles County. Interesting. All right, Bobcats with the football. First and 10 at the 46. Trevor Holder, the quarterback. Jordan Tucker, number 24, the running back. Ordway is wide to the left. And they've got number 12, Trent Burns, in at wide receiver to the right. Give goes Tucker. He's got some speed down the out across the 50, the 45, close to another first down for the Bobcats.
Like I said, they've got several players, as does Shelbyville Central, that can take it to the house at any point in time.
Tucker just put his foot on the ground and hit that outside seam. Puts his head down, gets the first down.
Kicked out there in a hurry, didn't he?
He did. Dontarius Gilbert back in the game at wide receiver. So you've got Ordway wide to the left, Gilbert wide to the right. Holder, the quarterback, now talking with his offensive line. Make sure everybody's still on the same page. 15 on the play clock, plenty of time there. Hard count. Golden Eagles stay at home. 5 on the play clock. Holder. Give goes a running back. Trying to get a block on the outside inside the 40-yard line. That's Tucker out to the 39. That was Gilbert at wide receiver throwing that block. Gain of 5. Be second down and 5. Looked like Tucker ran right into Gilbert.
Tell you what, anytime you can get 5 yards on a first down play, that's huge, though, for the offensive unit.
Oh, yeah, the whole playbook's open. Gilbert and Ordway now both lined up to the right side of the formation. Tucker to the left of Holder. Now Ordway in motion. Jet sweep coming. Here's Ordway. Needs a block on the edge. Tries to split the block and dives toward the first down marker. I think he might have it. We'll see.
It'll be really, really close. But they're over there only about 4 yards from the sticks.
Yep, and he is short. Instead of allowing the block to kind of take form, he saw the necessary yardage for the first down and tried to just hit it real quick. Third and less than 1. Less than 8 minutes left, third quarter, 34-24. Shelbyville with the lead. Holder will run. And he'll get hit, and hit hard right at the stick. That's number 58, Anthony Lentz, who hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and I think he was short again.
This one's just going to depend on the spot. It is really, really close.
They're going to measure.
Looks like he may have it.
Yeah, it was a good Giles County spot.
Needed to get between the 34 and the 35, and they've got it spotted at the 34.
Lentz with a nice play. We've seen a lot of defensive linemen basically going sideline to sideline tonight. Athletic plays by big guys. And he'll have the first down. So Holder picks it up. Giles County's drive continues, down 10. This is an important drive for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they need to get it back to a one-possession ball game. Still a lot of time, though.
First and 10, Bobcats at the 34-yard line. Gilbert out wide to the right. Ordway in the slot to the right. Tight end is Harrison. Puts his hand on the ground. Give goes the running back up the middle. Has some room. Inside the 25-yard line, close to another first down.
It was Arkell Reed, I think. No, that was 18.
No, it's 19. Arkell Reed, you're right. 5'10", 170-pound sophomore.
That's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Carries it, goes right back to the bench, and back comes Tucker. He did pick up the first down there. So first down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Holder looking to the sideline to get the play. Tucker behind him. Give goes Tucker, looking for some room. Is hit at the 20-yard line. And dropped there. Gain of 3, second down and 7.
Brent, this is the second time you've seen Giles County this year, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
Your thoughts on how they've progressed, regressed since that CPA game?
I think the CPA blowout of Giles County was more about CPA than it was Giles County. You see Tucker taking that handoff up high. They've played, I started to say they played a clean game. They have turned it over a couple of times, which has been a factor as Holder keeps it. CPA so well coached. And they ran the opening kickoff back and just kept their foot on the gas. Gain of 4, third down and 2. Now, in this situation, Walt Smith has elected to kind of go full house there and let his quarterback just kind of inch his way toward the first down sticks. We'll see what happens here. They spread them out a little bit. Ordway and Trent Burns out wide right. And they'll let Tucker try to get it. And here comes Shelbyville knifing through. Great play by number 32, Michael Imes, middle linebacker. Number 57, Luke Zahorian, also in there. But Imes came crashing through and made that play.
Imes, a name we've called a lot tonight.
Fourth down and 4. Crowd getting loud. Might be closer to 3. Holder wants to throw. Has his man complete at the 10-yard line and hit there. It'll be enough for a first down. Dontarius Gilbert with the catch.
Just about all the receivers, they loaded it up over there on this near side of the field.
A lot of trust there for Walt Smith and his quarterback to go out there and make that throw. And there's the lefty. Gilbert, it looked like, might have started to run before he got that all the way in. But he makes the catch. First down and goal at the 10-yard line. 4 receivers in this set. Holder will run it. Has some room up the middle inside the 5. Spins his way down to the 1-yard line. Shelbyville trying to get the football out of his hands. Marcus Bryson arguing that he did just that. The officials mark him down at the 1, however. Nice run. There was some big-time penetration, and Holder just hit it up inside before the penetration got there. Good job by Ordway of letting go of a block. He came real close to picking up a holding call.
Need about 24 inches on this play.
Yep, inside the 1, and we go spread here. And that's the running back, Tucker, up the middle and into the end zone. Giles County back on the scoreboard. They pull closer on the road. Great drive for the Bobcats.
Tell you what, we've gotten our money's worth tonight, Brent. This has been a good ball game. Got a flag down on the field right now at the 5-yard line, and it looks like this one might be coming back.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike penalty. Number 32,
nope.
Shelbyville.
That's Michael Imes, the middle linebacker. We've called his name a lot.
Yes, on the kickoff.
I'll say we'll see that after the extra point attempt.
So Giles County back on the scoreboard, 34-30. As Griffin Birdsong will attempt the extra point. Lucas Harrison to hold. The kick is up by Birdsong, and the kick is good. He's still perfect on the season. 3:37 left in the third quarter. An important score for Giles County to answer the Shelbyville touchdown, 34-31. You're right. We have a good one on our hands now, and Giles County will benefit from that penalty also. Should be able to put the ball into the end zone. Let's take a look at the replay. Lose it replay. There's really Tucker.
Good surge by the right side of that offensive line. They didn't need to get much.
Nope, and that's the thing. Yeah, Shelbyville did a good job of standing their ground. The problem was, as you said, they needed about 24 inches.
Well, there's a lot. Look how many threes are on the scoreboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes if you count timeouts left.
Somebody pulled a screenshot last night as we take another look at the touchdown. Here is Tucker hitting up inside. You know, Derek Jeter's last game in Yankee Stadium.
Right,
I saw a screenshot in the second inning where Jeter was up and the count was 2-2 with 2 outs. The score was 2-2.
And number 2 at
and
the
number
plate.
2 was at the plate. 14 plays, 66 yards, and they took up more than half of a quarter.
Jeter, one of those really class professional athletes that is going to be sorely missed whether you were a Yankee fan or not.
And I was not, and I loved him because he's exactly why you watch sports. I mean, he just did his job. Here's the kickoff. Low line drive actually fielded at the 1-yard line. Looking for some room at the 15 and taken down at the 20.
Kind of fielded that like a shortstop, didn't he?
Yeah, that's McLean. Yeah, absolutely. And how fitting was it for Jeter to win the game with a walk-off single?
You couldn't have written a better script.
34-31, Shelbyville with the lead and the ball. 3:29 to go third quarter. Stay tuned. We've got a good one here on My TV 30. We've got a good one here in Shelbyville. Shelbyville with a 34-31 lead. Brent Doherty, Murphy Fair with you in the booth. Here is tonight's pick for the Purity Dairy's true move of the game. And that's Shelbyville quarterback Mason Cunningham. Watch him head up the sideline. Is he going to go out of bounds?
Maybe. Maybe not.
No. He's going to go, 65 yards for the touchdown? With about 40 seconds left in the first half. Mason Cunningham with a true move of the game. And there's Jordan Tucker on the other sideline. Giles County very effective tonight. 16 carries, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Helping to keep Giles County in it. 3:29 to go third quarter. 34-31. Shelbyville with the lead and the ball at the 20-yard line.
Brett, another shocker in the fourth quarter. Independence 42. Blackman 28.
I wondered how good Independence was because they beat Marshall County, which I thought was a very good football team. Independence just down the road from me. Give goes to the running back. No, he's going to keep it. And that's number 7, Mason Cunningham, the quarterback, getting outside. And Giles County, Murphy, was all over that play.
Yeah, just wasn't any running room anywhere. And one of the few times that Cunningham has not been able to turn the corner for a big game.
See the replay here. The Bobcats did a great job of extending this. They didn't get faked out like I did by the handoff. And they wanted to hit that quick screen pass. It wasn't there, it looked like. And Mason Cunningham will lose 3. Lucas Harrison on the tackle. 2nd down and 13. Cunningham motioning to his receivers. They do nothing. He'll throw it that way. There's Muse looking for some room in the middle of the field out near the 25-yard line. That sets up a 3rd down here for Shelbyville.
Still got plenty of time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter.
This one just feels like it's going to go down to the wire.
It really does.
One of those last team with the ball wins kind of deal, potentially. Dontarius Gilbert, the safety for Giles County, urging the crowd to get up. He's on the road. Cunningham on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Has a screenplay set up. Beautiful call. Out across the 30, and he'll have the 1st down. Well done.
Tell you what, though, Dontarius Gilbert, the tackler on the play for Giles County, he sniffed that one out early, shedded 1 block, and kept that from being a big, big gainer for the Eagles.
O.J. Davis made that play, and he's going to limp to the sideline. Trayvon Smith into the game for him. Mason Cunningham with Michael Eddings behind him. 1st and 10, Golden Eagles. There's Eddings, hit and hit hard. He'll have maybe 1. Eddings slow to get up. That was a beautiful play by Giles County all over it.
This game's gone back and forth to from a 1 to a 2 possession lead most of the time.
He'll come out now. Tyler Bailey coming into the game. Bailey listed as a quarterback. And they call Giles County again. This time I saw what happened on the offside, pre-snap offside.
5-yard penalty.
Corvin Giles, the cornerback, jumped across the line. We're nowhere near ready to snap the football, but the official standing right next to him, the linesman. Take a look at it on the replay. There he is.
Yeah, he was way over. Here was the line of scrimmage, and he was back here.
Absolutely. Saw the receiver point that out. They faked the quick game here. Now they want to go deep down the sideline, and just a little too far. I'll tell you this, number 8, Corvin Giles, who just jumped off sides, was in great position there. As Cunningham tried to hit his wide receiver, number 9, Marcus Bryson, a 6', 180-pound senior, up the sideline. I like the design of that play.
A little bit of a quick snap, trying to catch Giles County off guard just a bit.
3rd down 3. Cunningham with a hard count. Nothing doing. 45 seconds left in the quarter. 10 on the play clock. There's the give to the running back. He's going to have the 1st down out to the 45-yard line. That's number 13, Tyler Bailey, with a huge cast on his left arm. Again, listed as a quarterback, but he picks up the 1st down there. If he runs anything like Mason Cunningham, he can play running back. Big 3rd down pickup there. Cunningham with a 3-point lead, 30 on the clock. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now he'll send his running back in motion. Cunningham, quick play to Muse to the 50 and then drop there. Gain of 4 on first down.
A couple of blockers out there in front of the play, but 3 defenders out there for Giles County as well.
Sente Muse, and that will end the third quarter. They won't have to flip the field much as the ball rests on the 50-yard line. Stay tuned as 4 fingers go up in the air on both sides. 34-31, Shelbyville with the lead and the football. We've got a good one. Come on back. Got some great high school football action going on at Shelbyville. You see there, Shelbyville with a 34-31 lead as we begin play in the fourth quarter. Tonight's center stone play of the game. It's a big call on a kickoff. As you see it here, the up man takes it, drops it, and the fight is on. The officials initially ruled Murphy Shelbyville ball with a 10-point lead and a short field. Giles County gets it back, ultimately drives the field, scores a touchdown, pulls within 3.
Tell you what, it turned things around in a big way and put Giles County back in this ball game. And it's a 3-point game with 12 minutes to go. Anything's possible in that length of time.
The U.S. Air Force yards through the air. You see it picking up there. Giles County 189 passing yards. Shelbyville Central 114 through the air. And the stats through 3 quarters, we're up to over 700 total yards. Giles County pretty balanced. 202, 189. Shelbyville Central with 201 through the air, over 100 on the ground. It's been a fun game, and we're going to have a great fourth quarter.
From Murfreesboro, Hendersonville retakes the lead 36-32.
Wow.
Over Riverdale.
That Hendersonville team's pretty good now. We've seen them too. There goes Muse on the jet sweep. They don't hand it to him. Instead go up the middle. And that's the backup quarterback running free for a touchdown. Shelbyville Central back on the board. Tyler Bailey goes 60 yards for the touchdown.
Is it 60 or 50?
50.
50 yards.
That's true. I gave him 10 more yards because he ran to the goalpost.
You just mentioned about flipping the ball on the 50-yard line for the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tyler Bailey, that was a beautiful fake on that jet sweep. Everybody kind of went with Muse and left the left the middle of the field wide open. We'll take a look at the replay as the extra point is good, 41-31. And check out that blocking up front. And then nothing but green space.
Stepped out of one would-be tackler, and then it was off to the races.
See, right there, 60 yards. Jay Gilmore on the sideline. What do you got?
Tyler Bailey, man, wearing that cast tonight. I wanted to know if that was illegal or allowed, and I talked to the referee beforehand, and he tells us that a cast is allowed because it is a closed cell foam. You can only wear a cast in high school football if it's a closed cell foam, and that one was. So, touchdown, 41-31.
Really thought you said closed cell phone.
Sounds like it.
Could make a call on the way to the end zone. There wasn't anybody near him.
That's what it is. He's got a cell phone under that cast.
Look at me, Mom. I'm on TV. I'm on my TV 30, scoring a touchdown. 41-31. Now, Giles County will have to answer. That's a tough one for them because they had that 10-play drive. Exert all that energy, pull within 3, and then boom, right up the middle.
Yeah, their drives for the most part have not been quick ones. They've very methodically driven it down the field, but they've got some quick strike players out there also, but that puts it back to at least a 2-possession game.
Shelbyville Central trying to get to 3-2. They averaged 30.8 points per game on the season. They give up 33.3. And we're at 41-31. Let's see if Ordway can get his hands on this kickoff. Noah Mason will kick off, 5'8", 130-pound punter. Ordway and Harrison back deep. They'll hit the short punt again, taking it at the 25-yard line, still down at the 30.
But the main thing is he held on to the football.
Nice play by Amari Dandy. Friday Night Rivals could be coming to your high school. Here's a look at this season's FNR schedule, or you can see the schedule simply by going to mytv30web.com. Click the Friday Night Rivals section. Beach at Mount Juliet next week. Father Ryan NBA, Dixon County Independence, Riverdale, Oakland. Some great matchups coming up.
Every one of those is a district ball game.
Going to take a look at the replay. We've got a good hit, we're told. And it was. And again, that was number 27, Amari Dandy. On first down, not much there. Shelbyville clogging up the middle. Tucker, no room to run. Second down and 10.
No need to panic yet for Coach Walt Smith over on the Giles County side, but the Bobcats don't need one of those 6 or 8 minute drives right now. They need to strike here fairly soon.
Yeah, and Shelbyville's big playability has been able to kind of extend that lead and puts pressure on your offense to have to keep scoring, to keep matching them. Here's Ordway. Doesn't get a block on the edge and gets taken down at the 31-yard line. Nice play by number 11. Chris McLean running around that block, getting to Ordway and getting him on the ground.
One of these days, 2 or 3 years from now, McLean's going to be able to sit in that recliner on Saturday and see Cameron on TV playing for Ole Miss and say, I stopped that guy one time.
Yes, he did. It's tough to tackle number 7 in the open field, but he did it. And again, the key to that play for him, he beat the block. Third down and 9. Huge play here. 10:29 to go. Giles County with the ball down 10. Holder looking. Fires down the middle of the field and overshoots his intended receiver. That's Lucas Harrison. He had what he wanted on the outside. Man-to-man coverage on number 10. Again, 10 receptions last week. 295 yards receiving.
Pretty good night's work at any level.
Giles County will elect to punt here. At least that's what they'll show. Ball on the 31-yard line. 4th down and 9. McLean is back deep. Chris McLean standing at his 37.
All by himself.
Trying to get some help in terms of where to stand. Here's the kick. End over end. Low. Bounces at the 48. Inside the 40. And we'll come to a rest at the 37-yard line. So Shelbyville will have the ball up 10 at their own 37. An opportunity here to maybe put this one out of reach.
Brent, that was one of those punts, though, that you kind of hold your breath because it didn't look even from up here that it got more than 12 or 15 feet off the ground and could have come down no farther than it went. Could have come down on top of a player.
Happens all the time.
Riverdale on top now, 38-36.
Wow.
Our cell phone's wonderful.
Yeah, or whatever kind of, whatever kind of cast that was. 1st and 10, Shelbyville. Muse comes into the backfield. He'll take the handoff up the middle. Hit at the 40, still on his feet, out to the 45-yard line.
Muse on the carry.
Second down and 2.
Gain of 7.
Cameron Ordway tonight, just 2 carries, 18 yards you see there, and Shelbyville's done a good job when he has taken that jet sweep handoff of kind of eliminating the possibility of him getting to the sideline. He had a couple of big catches toward the end of the first half. Ended up with a touchdown there, but in terms of the run game, they've done a good job on that wide receiver reverse handoff. Give goes to running back, 50. Giles County territory, 45 down the 44-yard line. That's Michael Eddings. Big number 3. And it'll be a first down for the Golden Eagles.
You mentioned Ordway's stats there. Obviously a big part of Giles County's offense in his high school career, but I think when we see him at Oxford or wherever it is he plays at the next level, his main duty is going to come on the defensive side of the football.
Huge holding call brings that back. So wipe out that first down. And from the spot of the penalty, they move the ball back to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Jay Gilmore on the sideline.
On the Shelbyville sideline, and I'm looking at number 2, O'Darius Davis. They call him OJ, and he's on the sidelines with mustard. He is eating mustard. He left the game for cramps, and they tell me that mustard and pickle juice, 2 items that might be good for cramps. We'll see if he returns to the game.
Shelbyville picking up the first down. Do you have a hot dog with that mustard? Should. Comes a replay of that first down pickup by Eddings. He's got great vision and able to bounce off tacklers. You see Ordway get tossed aside there as Eddings picks up the first down. And more importantly for Shelbyville, they're running that clock. Under 9 minutes, 10-point lead, 1st down and 10 at the Giles County 47-yard line.
1st and 10, Shelbyville from the Bobcat 47.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Just trying to space him out and give it to Eddings up the middle. They do that. He gets out to the 40-yard line. Mason Cunningham, the quarterback for Shelbyville, has had a great football game. You see there, over 100 yards passing and rushing, 3 touchdowns. It's been a huge factor, no question.
Started last year and showed that he was going to be the future of this Shelbyville Central football team, and has certainly shown it tonight.
Yeah, they won the district, correct?
Right.
8 wins last year. Give goes to Eddings, and that time he's taken down. Big play, actually, by number 61, which I don't have on my roster. That's what you get for calling the number before you find it. 3rd down, huge play for the Bobcats. They need to get off the field here. Cunningham with a hard count. He gets the offside call.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's true, Mike Hollowell, but it is now 3rd down and 1. Much different. Eddings still in the game at running back.
Cunningham just a great leader out there, has a great presence about what's going on, and seems to make the right call most of the time. Really impressed with him tonight.
Yeah, in control. 3rd and 1. Give goes the running back. Eddings up the middle, has the first down and more inside the 30. All the way down to the 28-yard line. 1st down, Shelbyville. 7:11 left. Here's Eddings on 3rd down and short. They go out of the pistol formation, breaks a tackle, picks up a big 1st down.
He's just so quick with those first 2 steps.
Yep. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hughes into the backfield now. He took the handoff last time in that set. Flag down. Eddings has the ball inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 10. I think that's coming back.
Probably so. The call was made in the offensive backfield.
It's going back. Illegal formation. Only 6 men on the line of scrimmage.
That's twice.
5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
I like that on this drive. They gave it to Muse in the same formation. Picked up some yardage. Now they fake it to him, throw the swing pass.
It's all about one play setting up another.
Yeah, I like it.
Not only are they doing a great job of controlling the clock, keeping the ball out of Giles County's hands, but they're inching closer and closer with every play to make this a 3-possession lead.
Shelbyville, by the way, has been outscored coming into this game in every quarter except the 4th. They've got a 10-point lead now. 1st and 15. Give goes the running back. Bouncing off a couple of tacklers. Not much there. That's Tyler Bailey, who scored moments ago. Boone in on that one.
that stat you just mentioned is one that any head coach would like to see. They finish, and they finish well.
I call him Boone as if we're friends. Boone Gibson. That's his name. Second down and long. Second down and 12. Under 6 to go. Give goes the running back. Big tackle. And there's that man again, Boone Gibson at the 30-yard line. He gets past him. He's got some room.
Not much gets past Mr. Gibson, though. Been a pretty steady defender tonight.
Yep, that's textbook. Just wrap him up. Get him on the ground. Third down and 11. Might be looking at 2-down territory here. We'll see. Perhaps. Mason Cunningham by himself now in the backfield. They're spreading it out. They ran an out route last time they did this to pick up a first down. Instead, they'll go in the middle of the field, and they have the touchdown. He put down the mustard and scored the touchdown. O.J. Davis, 29 yards. Shelbyville now up 16 with 5:09 to go. Great throw down the middle of the field. Seam route. Scores the touchdown. O.J. Davis looks exhausted.
Well, that's just a textbook drive. Burning clock.
Yep.
Mixing the run and the pass very, very well.
Micah Thompson with the extra point. It's a 17-point game with 5:09 to go. Here is Cunningham's touchdown pass to O.J. Davis. Slips past the defenders. Safety late coming over. And Shelbyville now by 3 scores. Very, very impressive.
It's going to be very hard to score 3 times in 5 minutes.
Good point.
With the speed that Shelbyville Central has. That's not to say Giles County cannot do it.
Right.
But
we've had several drives less than a minute tonight.
Right.
And an onside kick covered. We'll see. They do have big playability guys, too. Ordway can get loose at any moment.
Hey, Jay, how's that mustard doing down there?
Yeah. I never thought I would work in. He put down the mustard in time to score the touchdown.
I've heard bananas. I hadn't heard the pickle juice and mustard.
Sunday, get a double dose of the NFL on Fox. First, a classic rivalry as Green Bay heads to Chicago. Then the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles head west to face a San Francisco team that already has 2 losses. The NFL on Fox. Coverage starts at noon on Fox 17.
If you're old school NFL, it doesn't get any better than Green Bay, Chicago. Packers and the Bears.
That is actually on the Shelbyville sideline. Mike Ditka. Green Bay and Chicago. You're right. And Jay Cutler hasn't had a lot of success against Green Bay.
Hallis and Lombardi. Some stories could be told about those 2 guys for sure.
14 plays. 66 yards. They took 7-12 off the clock. Great kick coverage. It's number 13, Tyler Bailey, making plays all over the field.
We've called that name a lot tonight.
All in the second half, too. Let's take a look at this hit down the middle of the field. Textbook.
As good as it gets right there.
Shelbyville with a 48-31 lead. Can Giles County score quickly? We'll find out when we come back. Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals on 48-31 is the score in the 4th quarter. 5:04 to go. Giles County with the ball down 17. Tonight's Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind player of the game. The quarterback for Shelbyville, he wears number 7. Might as well have a cape on tonight. Mason Cunningham, 10 of 15, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's got 7 carries for 147 yards and 2 more touchdowns. That's 290 total yardage. You're scoring at home, 4 touchdowns. Congratulations. Mason Cunningham. There you see the numbers.
The words field general really come to mind the way he's played tonight. He's run the offense very, very well.
Scary thing about that for this district, he's a junior. Holder wants to go deep down the sideline. A couple of defenders there, and I think Ordway made the catch, did he?
That's number 10.
Oh, that's number 10. Yeah, Lucas Harrison. What a throw in between two defenders and a great catch.
Yeah, and a great throw, too.
And there's a flag down in the offensive backfield, and that's a personal foul that's going to go against Shelbyville as well. 15 more yards.
Yeah, they'll add that on at the end of the play. It should put Giles County well into Golden Eagle territory.
I think the Golden Eagles have done a pretty good job on Lucas Harrison tonight. Again, 10 catches, almost 300 yards last week.
15-yard penalty.
You said a great catch, but that was a great throw, too. He put it exactly where it needed to be. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
I mean, those two guys had it covered pretty well.
Holder looking, and now we'll just try to get what he can. He'll get maybe one. He was looking at number 7 down the left sideline, Cameron Ordway. Good coverage by number 11, Chris McLean.
Got a player down on the field.
We do indeed.
And it may be a cramp. He's actually sitting up.
That's number 50, Trey Kelso, 5'10", 230-pound linebacker. That's exactly what that is. Need to get him some mustard.
With a little pickle juice on the side.
Pickle juice I've heard of. I haven't heard the mustard thing.
Probably.
McDonald's could provide that. That's true.
We may have some outside the truck down there, you know.
Eric always has good marketing ideas in our voice. I mean, in our headset. Excuse me.
Hey, we're going to stay here.
Mustard and pickle juice. That's a new one for me, Jay Gilmore.
Do you consume that through the mouth, or do you rub it on the cramp? Which would be correct in that?
I hope you consume it through the mouth. I don't know. Catch the Andy Griffith Show with back-to-back episodes at 10:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Wholesome entertainment for the entire family. That's the Andy Griffith Show weeknights at 10 right here on my TV 30. And it will be on my DVR when I get home because I record the Andy Griffith Show after this game.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Love it. Absolutely love it. And if you're of a younger generation and you're thinking Andy Griffith Show, I'm telling you, just take it in. Tune in. 48-31. You could tell Holder wanted to go deep into the end zone with Ordway there, and it wasn't there, so he did the smart thing and just ate it. Speaking of McDonald's and mustard, and Jay Gilmore, who is still on the sideline.
You know, guys, as we hear and we've seen this great hospitality as the crowd claps now because this player is coming off the football field, Shelbyville has about 35 to 40 faculty members and staff members that actually graduated from this high school. Something must be in the water or the mustard because these guys graduate and then come back to serve the community they grew up in.
It's pretty special. I went by my church in Murfreesboro this morning, and one of the guys there was, he knew I was going to be here tonight, and he said, I'm a 1953 graduate of Shelbyville Central High School.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Holder, give goes Tucker, looking for room. Spills himself down inside the 30. Down to the 29-yard line. 4:20 to go in the game. Giles County will likely try to move quickly, and you see Tucker dive out across the 30. Good running back. 3rd and short. Whistles.
Head ball. Ball start. Offense. 5-year penalty. Number 6 lined up in the neutral zone. Still 3rd down.
A couple of times we've seen that tonight. Over here on this side, both times.
Did he say 5-year penalty? It's kind of that's tough. Here's Holder out to Tucker. Shelbyville all over that. He's taken down at the 34-yard line. It'll be 4th down. No gain on that play.
If we both went home in 2019, there wouldn't be much to go home to, would there?
No. That is fact. Timeout, Giles County. 3:49 to go. 17-point game. 4th down and 7. the 34-yard line. You're right. There have been some penalties called for lining up incorrectly.
McCauley hands Ensworth its first loss of the year, 62-34.
Wow. Tonight's broadcast is the sole property of MyTV30 WUXP, a Sinclair Broadcast Group television station, and may not be rebroadcast without express permission. 48-31. Credit Shelbyville. We had a good one going, and they just got in the fast lane and past Giles County, left them sitting there.
5A football across the state of Tennessee is about as good as it gets. There's 6 or 8 really good 5A football teams out there that have all got a shot of playing in Cookeville in December. I really like this Shelbyville team as being one of those. If they can continue to improve the way we've seen them do the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Tucker in motion. Holder. Pocket break it down on 4th down. Escapes. Now he's going to have to run for it, and he's not going to get there inside the 30-yard line. Nice job of escaping, but a great job by Shelbyville staying at home and getting the quarterback on the ground. They'll take over. He was looking, trying to find someone to lateral to when he was in the grasp of that Shelbyville Central defender. Actually got a pretty good spot there, but Shelbyville will take over. 1st down and 10, Golden Eagles. Pretty good effort by Holder to try to get close to the sticks, which he did, but came up just short. I thought he was tackled at the 29. You see the ball spotted at the 28. 1st and 10, Shelbyville, and that guy Cunningham comes back onto the field. I bet he likes the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, but he won't watch tonight. He'll probably put it on replay and won't get up until noon tomorrow.
Richie Cunningham, Mason Cunningham. He'll keep it, and he'll back his way into a tackle there.
Where'd you say you're going next Friday night?
It's a good question. Where are we going? Beach, Mount Juliet.
Got a chance to be a pretty good 9 AAA ball game.
I've got a coworker that actually could serve as the mayor of Mount Juliet. Every time we go to Mount Juliet, everybody, everywhere I go, hey, say hello to Chad Withrow for me.
That would be Mr. Chad Withrow.
Yeah. Well, I tell them, I'm not popular enough to be able to talk to him at this point. Trying to get there. Chad does a great job of high school coverage on the Zone and midday 180 on 104.5 The Zone. There's Eddings up the field, and nice tackle there by Giles County.
Hope he doesn't miss the plane home.
Yeah, he's in Norfolk at the Middle Tennessee Old Dominion game.
It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and long. Giles County will call another timeout. 2:49 to go. And you've got to like that at this point if you're Walt Smith. Your kids are out there competing still. That's a great tackle.
Yeah, you don't want to see any quit in any of your players, regardless of where the game is, how one-sided it may or may not be. You like to see a great effort from start to finish.
Which you will see on Fox 17 News at 5:30 every day. Middle Tennessee's only local 5:30 newscast and the only afternoon newscast with steer-clear traffic to help you get home safely. Fox 17 News at 5:30 weeknights. That's the biggest thing I try to teach my kids. I've got an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old at home. And I want them given the same amount of effort, no matter what the score is, all the way to zeros on the clock. And it's hard to do. But
it's just another one of those great life lessons that football teaches.
Every sport. Right. Yes, definitely football. Football teaches so many life lessons. We were talking about Jason Hardy's ability to kind of run different plays out of the same set. And he's playing chess out there, so he's thinking 2 moves ahead, which is another life lesson. 3rd down and 11. Cunningham. Give goes the running back. That's Eddings. He's got some room. 35-40, 45-50. 1 man to beat. Up the far sideline, that's Ordway, who will come from the other side of the field to knock him out.
Well, 73 yards had he scored.
Credit Cameron Ordway in a 17-point game with less than 3 minutes to go. Coming all the way from the other side of the field to run Eddings down. But another great play call and another great run by number 3.
So he only got 62 on the play.
First down and 10 at the 11. This game was 34-31. Yeah, after our center stone play of the game. Give goes the running back. Up the middle, not much there. That's Tyler Bailey, who has a long touchdown run on the night.
On the give.
79 points. So Giles County will fall to 3-3. Shelbyville will go to 3-2. Tough loss last week, but a big win here tonight at home. And they've got a pink out game next week.
It'll be your second pink out game, won't it? Marshall County Columbia Central was a pink out game.
That was a great game. Talk about a cool stadium, too, at Columbia Central. They've got hills that go all the way around the field, and the bleachers are built into it. They've got a tunnel that leads to the locker room.
I heard you guys
through the hill.
I heard you guys talking about that tunnel and whether or not you were too scared to go into it.
Yeah, Blaine Bishop, my co-host on 3HL, he went through the tunnel, and he said it was nice in there. He said they had like Neyland Stadium type turf in that thing.
Doesn't that lead into their locker room?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or another dimension in time.
Named for Lindsey Nelson, one of the great broadcasters of all time.
100% true.
Who was a Columbia native.
Third down and 8, under a minute and a half to go. Cunningham looking for his third touchdown rush, perhaps. Or maybe Eddings will get the call here. Man in motion, that's Muse. They'll let him go by. Man-to-man defense. Give goes Eddings. He attacks the hole and can't quite get his feet. He knew where the hole was. He knew where the space was inside the 5-yard line. Fourth down.
Cunningham letting the play clock get almost to 1 before he called for the snap.
Kid's good, man. Just a junior. 6'2", 180. In complete control out there.
This play plus one more, depending on whether or not he gets the first down or a touchdown.
Shelbyville fans on their feet, cheering their school on. Fourth down and 3.
They're going to think about it.
Yeah. Jason Hardy calls timeout. 29.7 left.
Shelbyville hosting Franklin County in a big District 8 AAA ball game next week. Giles County at home as well. They will entertain the Page Patriots, likewise in a District 12 AA contest.
Saturday afternoon, ACC football continues on MyTV 30 as Western Michigan, the Broncos, face Virginia Tech. Coverage starts at 11 a.m. right here on MyTV 30.
Also been reported that they'll be back next year, ladies and gentlemen, to do one of these Shelbyville games.
They just announced here that we will be here next year. That's good.
Well, I did see Steve Mann in the stadium before kickoff tonight.
Well, he's the man that can
make the one that makes the call.
I need to go ask him if I'll be here next year. Fourth down and 3. Thanks to you for filling in for Jonathan Hutton tonight.
It's been fun. Our first chance to work together, and I've enjoyed it immensely, Brent.
Eddings spinning toward the end zone, and I think he has picked up the first down without scoring the touchdown. So you get what you want there.
That's probably the last snap we'll see. 23.5 seconds left on the clock, and it's a 25-second play clock. Once they reset the chains or set the down marker.
Maybe he didn't make it.
2-yard line.
2-yard line. All right, 23.5. I might throw it up for Ordway. Why not? Maybe I'm selfish and want to see him make another play. I don't know. 48-31 the score. I don't think Giles County is going to want to come on My TV 30 anymore.
Hasn't boded well for the Bobcats this year. But when they got that new stadium, or their existing stadium fixed up, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, we went down there for a ball game, and
down in Pulaski
came away the winner there.
Yep, and there's the run out for a first down. That's Arkell Reed. I like that name, Arkell Reed.
The letter R apostrophe K-E-L-L.
That's true. 13.2 left. Next week on Friday Night Rivals, we're off to Wilson County. As Murphy was telling you, the Beach Buccaneers taking on the Mount Juliet Golden Bears. Beach at Mount Juliet next Friday on Dr. Pepper's Friday Night Rivals, 7 p.m. only on My TV 30. We wondered what was going to go on with the baby powder, and it looks like a bomb went off in the bleachers.
We've seen that at several last year, as we called it, Thursday Night Lights.
Boom, there you see it right below us. As a matter of fact, the final score, Shelbyville with a huge win tonight over Giles County, 48-31. And Murphy again, some momentum here for Shelbyville as they get to 3-2. Big win.
Well, it was. They've got some tough games coming up, as does Giles County. But I think Shelbyville Central, a team that was picked to win District 8 AAA, in the driver's seat. And I really like this football team, not only throughout the rest of the regular season, but I think they can go 2 or 3 rounds in the playoff, Brent. They've got all the right tools, and they're peaking at a good time now, building momentum as the meat and potatoes, if you will, of their district schedule lies ahead of them.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, you're going to see a lot of happy kids and a lot of happy coaches, because I see Paul Jones down on the field with a big trophy. The Champions Trophy will be presented to the winners tonight. Shelbyville 48-31. Shelbyville Central with the win. We'll be right back. My TV 30. Shelbyville Central with a big 48-31 win tonight over Giles County. Jay Gilmore is on the field with a happy football team.
Big win indeed. A happy football team is down here. We don't know how much credit goes to the Mustard, but the Mustard does contribute 7 points in the touchdown. Sports Director Paul Jones is going to do the honors from here.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. Congratulations to the Golden Eagles tonight. And on behalf of My TV 30 and Dr. Pepper, I want to present them the Champions Trophy. Jason Hardy, congratulations. You guys enjoy it.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Paul. Told you, happy football team. Shelbyville Central, Friday Night Rivals champion tonight, 48-31. We've got some scores for you when we come back. Also, stats from this game. Very impressive stuff for both teams. We'll be right back. My TV 30. Shelbyville Central with a huge win tonight, 48-31. They are now 3-2. Giles County falls to 3-3. And some explosive plays tonight, certainly, and some great action all across the Middle Tennessee area, as a matter of fact. As we look at the scoreboard, you've been watching that Riverdale-Hendersonville game go back and forth. 39-36, Riverdale with the win.
Hendersonville's first loss of the season.
Pearl Cone, 58 more points. Explosive football team there.
Firebirds are indeed for real.
Centennial with a 39-10 win over Mount Juliet, which is where we will be next week. And Springfield, as you see, over White House. Some great action across the mid-state area.
Another first loss. That was White House's first loss, but they're 4A against 5A Springfield.
We wondered at halftime if we would get over 1,000 yards total offense. We did. Giles County, very balanced, 245 on the ground, 218 through the air, 563. Shelbyville Central also over 500 yards, 1,000 total yards. And Mason Cunningham again, player of the game, 10 of 15, 143 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 9 carries, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, so 287 total offense there. Michael Eddings ends up 21 carries, 146 yards and a touchdown. Sente Muse, 4 receptions, 84 yards and a touchdown for Giles County. Trevor Holder, 12 of 21, 218 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, as you see the U.S. Air Force yards through the air. Jordan Tucker, a nice game as well for Giles County, 18 carries, 145, 2 touchdowns. Good job, Murphy. Appreciate you filling in.
I enjoyed it. Jonathan, this seat is yours next week.
As we look forward to another great night of football next Friday night. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Thanks to everyone who makes these broadcasts possible. A lot of hard work out there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned as we join Andy Griffith in progress. Good night.